Hello. Just me at the moment, I guess. I did have jewellery on, but Gigi's here and he takes a bit of an objection if I've got anything clanking around my neck, which I did. I had a very big necklace on before and it was doing a lot of clanking and it upset him. I probably won't be here on my own very long because Gigi will probably join me at some stage. So I have got some crocheting to do, but whether or not I'll actually get any done is another matter. Hi, Addie. Hello, how are you? Hi, Julie. Oh, hi, Natalie. Yeah, I've got Gigi tonight, and I've also got Poppy. So I've got two furry little companions. Oh, hi, Rebecca. And I've also got a fruit fly that's dancing all over the place. I hate them things. You can't catch them, can you? Because they're so small. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, I'll probably get interrupted by one or the other of the dogs before long. Probably Gigi because he likes to be nursed. But at the moment, he's sleeping on the blanket that I got gifted. The beautiful, lovely granny square blanket. He's sleeping on that at the minute. So we'll see. I've got no great grandbaby yet. He's 9 days overdue. Ah, a disabled pigeon. That's lovely. How lovely. Oh dear, Michelle, that's sad. It's okay for the money-wise. Oh, hi, Ian. Still no sign of Sue, so I've still not managed to open the parcel yet. I've been very, very good. I've resisted all temptation to rip it open. I don't want to spoil the surprise for Sue. Yeah, I presume she's probably gone away with it being the the bank holiday. She'll be up in Scotland somewhere, no doubt. I do have willpower when I have to, Ian. It's mostly because I don't want to spoil the surprise for her to open it. I do get gifts from time to time, but it's very rare Sue gets any, so I like her to be here when I'm opening anything. Yeah, I've been very good, Michelle. It's been here 2 weeks already. And I haven't opened it. Oh, thanks. Probably because I had, well, I won't call it a duvet day because I did get out of bed yesterday, but it was a dressing gown day, if you know what I mean. I was just sort of totally exhausted. So I went in bed early for me, which means it was about 1 o'clock. And I did sleep well, so I know the nights are drawing in. I quite like it actually, Julie, because once the curtains are drawn and the light goes on, I can do more crafting. It's funny, isn't it? I was hoping she would arrive on Friday, Ian, but I've sent her a couple of messages, but nothing so far, no message. That's why I think maybe she's away. You know what she's like for Bonnie Scotland. She gets 2 days off and she's off in that car of hers and she... Yes, I know. I was watching it on Facebook. Manchester Evening News had it on live, so I watched it all live, which was great because I can't go down there anymore and stand in the crowds and my legs don't stand it, you know what I mean? And if you take my wheeler that sits down, and people stand in front of me and I can't see a darn thing anyway. So it was as good, really, watching it on Manchester Evening News. Yeah. So I used to, I mean, how can I say this without offending people? I'm not gay, but I am not judgmental. So I love a good parade and I don't care who's holding it. I will go to a parade. Oh, hi, Katie. Yeah, I'm feeling okay, Michelle, now. I'm feeling a bit more rested. I think my life's beginning to come back a bit. Oh, Monda Chien. That's, I know Chien's a dog, isn't it? But Wonder Chien Surfer. Hello there. Yes, I would have loved to have gone down to the parade today, but I used to go in the past. I used to never miss one, but sadly the old legs and that don't stand up to it anymore. And yeah, as I say, I'm heterosexual, but I just love a good parade, and I don't care. Oh, hi, James. And I don't care what people's religious beliefs are, colours, religion, sexual orientation. I don't care. As long as people are nice people, I don't give a monkeys, if you know what I mean. Yeah, no, I just love the parade. I love the colours. I love the music. I love everything to do with it. You know, the Pride parades are absolutely fabulous. And I used to always take my friend's little boy down, you know. And some people used to criticise me for that. But why? He was a child and he has to know about these things. So I used to just take him. You know, he just loved a good parade like I did, yeah. Oh, hi, Jean. Exactly, Ian. There is no differentials to me. In my mind, I don't care. I love parades. You know, if they've got good music and brass bands and, like you said, good. They had a bit of Whitney playing today, which is nice, isn't it? You know, I like a bit of this sort of dance music and everything. I just love the whole atmosphere. I know, James, you get all the best music, I'll tell you that. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, it's brilliant, yeah. The brass bands were brilliant, didn't they? Oh, hi, Alita. Yeah, I just love anything. Manny, one of the guys on stilts nearly fell over. He managed to save himself. I was like, because he was right in front of the camera that was pointing from the Manchester Evening News. It was pointing, and he hit a wobbly bit in the road, you know. And he was like, and I thought, oh no, he's going to fall. He's going to fall. Anyway, he managed to recover himself. So he was like, because he could have hurt himself if he'd come down from that height, you know. Yeah. I was glad to see all the little ones walking and in their little prams and that, and on the floats. You know, it is a family occasion when all's said and done. I think it is anyway. Everybody loves a parade, no matter what. I love a parade. I would love to see one in America because I believe they really go to town in America. We're sort of like the poor man's version over here in Manchester, really. I think they must have one in London. I'm sure they must have one in London. But I know the ones in America are just superb. I would love to go and see a parade. You'll all have to send me videos of a parade if you go to one, because I love to see all that. Manny, we do have the naked bike rides in Manchester, which I don't know. I think, yeah, you have them in America, don't you, somewhere? James, you will have to send me some nice videos of that, because I do love a pride parade. It's fine. Absolutely. I love it. Oh, so how is everybody? Are you all doing your knitting and your crocheting or whatever it is you're doing? Oh, my blooming chat thing's gone off again. Yeah, I would imagine New York is massive, yeah. They do everything bigger, don't they, New York? They have to pull out all the stops, yeah. Oh, you're naming the kids you... Oh, I can remember that one. I can remember having his name printed. In fact, do you know something? My son is 50 in January, and I've still got some of the labels that I ordered when he started school. So that's how many I ordered. Well, canning and harvesting food is a great thing to do, James, because at least you'll have food throughout the winter. I don't know whether you watch Kendra. She's Hooked by Happenstance, or Happenstance Place. She does a lot of canning and things like that from her garden. But apparently this year she was saying she hasn't had as much this year. It's not been very good, yeah. Yeah. I would have liked to have gone down to the Moss Side Carnival as well, but I don't get there down there anymore with no transport, etc. Yeah. You're making a granny stripe cardigan using Michael's pattern and Serdar colourway. Oh, that sounds nice. And you're working on a top. Yeah, it's been a good year for you, has it, James? It's not been too good for Kendra. I don't know what's happened. They usually get absolutely loads of tomatoes. She was canning tomatoes for fun last year. Anyway, hopefully she'll maybe have enough to last her through this year. You know, she makes chutney and everything like that. I love people who are very self-sufficient. I did try growing some vegetables one year and it was a hopeless disaster. Mind you, I was only growing them in pots, so, you know. Oh, San Francisco, California. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Because you have much nicer weather over there, is it? In Canada and America. Yeah. Well, Canada's a bit colder, isn't it, I think? I always imagine it is, although probably I'm wrong. There must be some nice places in Canada where it's still hot and sunny. But I always imagine Canada to be that little bit colder, you know, than America. I don't know why. But oh, blimey, James, you have got a lot. You've 104 pints, 52 quarts. That should get you through the winter nicely with your spaghetti bolognese or whatever it is you're going to be making with your tomatoes. I won't say I've got a black thumb, Alita, but it's not very green. I have managed to keep my mother's plant alive, even though she did die about 20 years ago. It's been touch and go a few times, but I've still managed to keep it going here. You'll get through it, Ian. Just put something good on the TV and then just plow on with it, yeah. Yeah, it's been an unusually hot summer for us in the UK. Oh, Sarah, your new mobility scooter comes. Yay! That is my lifeline. Honestly, I wouldn't do anything without my scooter. Yeah, I can imagine, James, you don't want to see another tomato. One year I did grow tomatoes and I did quite well considering I only had a couple of plants. But the year afterwards, they all got some kind of a blight and they all died. Unforgotten, I'm not sure. There's a lot in there, unforgettable, unforgotten and stuff like that. I don't know which ones I watch and which ones I don't. Yeah. I was watching the one with, oh gosh, what's his name now? The Indian guy's in it, the one that used to be in the Kumars. Oh gosh, I can't remember his name now. I don't remember. I was watching that series. It's over now. It's ended. I've got to find something else now to start watching. My Sunday nights will not be the same. How long have I been on? Actually 14 minutes, so you've not missed much Life with Blossom. Granny Square continuous, very wavy. In wavy as it's going to widen wavy or what? Perhaps are you putting a chain in between your trebles or double crochets if you're in America? Oh, please, Alita, don't start saying the Christmas word. That's just naughty. I am not one of those kind of people who starts doing, yeah, it could be the tension, or it could be too many stitches, or if you've got a chain. I tend to go a bit slacker as I'm going into something like granny stitch. You know, you get a bit too used to it, don't you? So your tension goes a bit looser. As it gets wider, it gets wavier. Yeah, that does sound like a little bit of a tension problem there, Rebecca. Yeah, I never thought about that. I'm a beggar for not turning mine around, yeah. Yeah, I don't put a chain in my grannies. I just go only at the corners, obviously. Yeah, if it doesn't stay square, it's like James said, you should turn it round after every row, yeah. Surprisingly enough, I don't really have that problem. I don't know, it's the way I crochet. I don't turn mine, and they don't seem to go a bit wonky like some people do. I've seen some really wonky ones, you know, on Ravelry and places like that, yeah. Yeah, try and go in the opposite direction, like James suggested, yeah. I don't know, really, Blossom. My tension does go slacker the more sort of, I don't know what the word is when I say less confident, you know. Yeah, it's probably not extra stitches, Amanda. She's probably just letting her tension go looser, I think, as she's going wider. You know, that could be the problem. Oh, evening, Connie. Oh, evening, Amanda. I never said Amanda. Good evening to you, Amanda, did I? Well, I didn't reach any crochet out except I've got some. I started knitting little squares for a baby blanket, and our baby is actually 9 days overdue, so I don't think I'm going to have time to knit it. So I think I'll just do some granny squares. Hi, Dee. I've never done a corner to corner. I'm very I don't know. I was late to the party. I was late to the party with oh, only a baby blanket, James, and it's only going to be in squares. I didn't make a virus shawl until everybody and his dog had made one, you know. But I'm always late to. Everybody's making, and then about a year later, I suddenly think, oh, maybe I'll do a corner to corner when everybody else has worn the hell out of the pattern. Yeah. I just tend to be awkward. I tend to do the opposite. Granny Ripple, I always seem to go wrong. I always seem to sort of miss something out, and then I find that, you know, after I've gone about another 6 inches, that I went wrong on a ripple. So, and it really annoys me when I have to take it all back again, because especially if you've done different colours, yeah. Yeah, I do knit socks, but not very often, because I've got a drawer full of socks that I don't wear. So there's no much point in me knitting any more socks unless I do them for the family, which I don't even know if they want to wear them. They tend to be washing machine addicts, my family. So the socks look much nicer, obviously, if they're done with a wool content. So I would have to search to find a machine washable wool before I made socks for anybody else. Alita, they're not as hard as you think they are. They really aren't. As long as you pick a nice plain pattern, you know. I mean, I threw myself in the deep end. I made myself a pair of monkey socks, if you know what they are. It was a free pattern on, what was it called? Knit something or other. What was that web page that used to come out every month with knitting patterns on? I can't remember what it was called. Everybody used to wait for it to come out with bated breath every month. It was called Knit Something. And this monkey socks was on there. So I did, yeah, it could be Nitsy, you could be right. Something like that. I used to watch that all the time, yeah. And I did monkey socks, which you've got about 12 rows to the pattern. So I have to throw myself in the deep end, don't I, with socks. Hi, Chloe. Now, you didn't just see me put that bit of chocolate in my mouth, did you? You were all sworn to secrecy, yeah? Yeah, I've got some red heart here in white. But it's not... Oh, you'll have some chocolate. Well, you're right. I'll pass you a bit over. Oh, thank you, Chloe. It's called Soft Baby Steps. But I didn't get it from America. What chocolate? It's crunchy crunch. But I'm trying to be sparing with it. Hey, you know those injections I've been having that are supposed to kickstart my they're not insulin, they just kickstart your own insulin, and they're working. My blood sugar's going down. Whoa! So she's celebrating by having chocolate, but you know what I mean. I have been being good. I've been having salads and stuff like that. I've been really good. Oh, hi, Craft Angel. Welcome to the party. I'm having a crunch. Yeah, it is good news, Jean, because every time they ring me up, it's usually, whoa, you been a naughty, naughty, naughty girl. So I was really surprised when the nurse rang me up and said, whoa, your blood sugar's come right down. And I'm like, hey, what went wrong? Yeah, having chips on the way home. Yeah, I used to do that all the time. Oh, I know. I've been watching people who've been buying all this red heart on clearance. Very annoying. Hate them all. I don't really. Yeah, I was watching DO7 Creation, DOY Creation 7, and she'd been in the bargain basement buying a load of stuff up. And I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. I don't care. See my mind. I'm trying not to be tempted. I'm trying to stay away. Oh, hi, Linda. I am way behind with everybody's videos. They've all been doing these one a day for August, and I think that I have missed the whole of August with everyone. So, oh, you didn't buy any either, right, James? We've been busy canning, you've not been doing anything. I know, Denise, it's very annoying, isn't it, that they don't have stores. You know, American yarn is far, well, I won't say it's all far cheap because it's not, is it? Because you've obviously got the dearer hand-dyed stuff and things like that. But for your ordinary bog standard acrylic, you've got, you know, so much more choice than we have here. Oh, hi, Linda. You know, our choice is so limited. I have to buy most of mine online because I can't get up to Berry Market or anywhere like that. Oh, I haven't got any wool shops anywhere near me at all. Yeah. I haven't watched your video, Denise. I'll hold my hand up. I am so far behind. I'm going to meet myself coming back. Oh, hiya, Kelly. Say hello to Kelly. Kelly's been dyeing yarn all day, haven't you, Kelly? She's becoming a yarn dyer. I'm trying to stay away from ice yarns and Hobium and places like that because I know I'll get sucked into it, Amanda, and I'm trying to be good. I've got a fire inspection on the 4th. The firemen are coming. Hunky firemen are coming. And they're going to fit me, do a fire escape drill thing for me. And, you know, probably tell me off because of all the yarn I've got as a fire hazard in my stash room. And so I'm going to have to tidy up. So I'm trying my best not to buy anything to add to my problems between now and when they come. It's going to be quite a little bit of a thrill for everybody in the street because they come with a fire engine. Oh, yeah, I will have to try and take pictures of the firemen, yes. Yeah, well, Kelly's on here, Amanda. You can say hi to her now. I know my friend said to me, make sure the firemen come without the tops on. I said, I don't think I'm going to get that lucky. They won't be rippling their muscles. I do like men in uniform, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, not to get much chance, but I mean, the men my age have all retired now, so they're not wearing uniforms anymore. They're all a bit past wearing a uniform now. Yeah, well, they're coming to do my fire drill with me. So, but I've had new windows put in since they came last time, so at least I've got an escape route. Last time I had very old wooden windows, and they were a bit cross with me because, like, there wasn't anywhere to get out really. But ever so resourceful, I said I'd smash a window, and they said, "What will?" And I said, "One of my high heels." But I can't say that anymore now because I got rid of all my high heels. I gave them all away to the homeless ladies charity. Well, no, the battered ladies hostel. I gave them all to. I'm going to set fire to my bra. No, I did that years ago. When we had to burn our bras, when was it? About in the 80s, was it? Emancipation. Something like that, wasn't it? I can't remember. Yes. It would be funny, wouldn't it, if Sue came that day as well, wouldn't it? It's a pity Kelly can't come, but she's got a college and stuff. And we could have 3 of us all goggling at the firemen. Was it in the 60s? I see how I'm so old, Alita. I can't remember these things. My life is a blur, and it's nothing to do with drugs. I didn't do any of them. But a lot of my life has become a blur. It's what you call old age and fading memory. Some things stick in my mind and never go. You love a bit of fireman. I'll send them now to your house then. I'll say, I think Kelly's planning a fire. Yeah, she's been doing a lot of dyeing, Ian. I don't mean dyeing, I mean dyeing as in yarn, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to dye in yet. You're old, you remember when it was. Well, you've got a better memory than me, Alita. I've got a shocking memory. Yeah. Oh. I can remember, I'm a bit like Michael Caine, I can remember trivia and non-essential bits of junk stay in my head forever. And yet things like people's birthdays and things like that that I should remember, no, can't remember. I said to my niece son the other day, I said, when is it your anniversary? She said it was May. Oops. I forgot my son's anniversary. I've only got one child. One year I sent him his birthday card on the wrong date. And I said, happy birthday. He said, thanks a lot, Mother. It was yesterday. He said, Mother, you've only got one child. He said, can't you remember that? I went, no, I was asleep when you were born. Oh, dear. Well, I was. Botox. Oh, no, I'd be scared to death of having anything put in my face. They were probably too polite to tell you, Ian, anyway, so don't worry about it. I always thank God for, like, Facebook when they tell you it's somebody's birthday, you know? And you think, oh, that's good. It told me it's their birthday. How big do you do squares before you stop doing them? I know, it's like botulism or something, isn't it, that they put in your face? I mean, would you willingly put poison in your face? Ugh. Do you know, I've got a parcel to send to America. In fact, I've got two. But one of them needs photographs taken. I am on Ravelry, but only sort of in passing, Blossom. I don't do anything on Ravelry except look for patterns. I used to put things down every time I made anything, and I got so fed up with people bombarding me for patterns and stuff like that. And you know, when I said I make a lot of my patterns up in my head, to be honest with you, or I use a lot of vintage patterns. And you know, people were always saying, well, send me a copy then, I want the pattern, I want. Or they wouldn't even be polite about it, they'd just say pattern. They didn't even say, do you have a pattern for that? Or, you know, is there a pattern for it? Which I would do. I would say, I really like that top you've made. Did you buy the pattern anywhere? You know. But they just go, pattern. And when you say, I'm sorry, but there isn't one, they get really, really angry with you. Oh, hi, Donna. So I gave up putting projects up. It was easier. You bought an amigurumi? You must be crackers. Do you like amigurumis, Ian? Because I get all those free things with all these magazines. I used to send them down to Karen, but she doesn't seem to be doing much these days since she's in love. So I've got piles of, well, not piles of them. I've got. So let me know if you get into amigurumis. Oh gosh, I only made a doll for my my great niece. Oh my goodness. I call that doll all the names under the sun. Yeah, people on, I found a lot of people on Ravelry were rude, especially because I use acrylic. It was because, not because I won't use wool, but why would I make myself something in wool when I can't wear it? Yes, there is sparkles in this. I didn't make it, actually. It was a gift to me, and I really love it. So I can't tell you much more about it. Hi, Cindy. Yeah, people on Ravelry were so rude about me using acrylic. You know, it's, you know, they actually used to say to me, oh, your crocheting is really, really lovely. It's a shame that you just use rubbish acrylic. And I'm thinking, you cheeky thing, you know, that's awful. I would never say that to anyone. You know, and they were, you know, they make comments about the baby things I'd made, saying, oh, but you've made them in ugly acrylic. And, well, that didn't take you long. I mean, I don't care what people use. If you like wool, you can afford wool, and that's what you want to knit and crochet with, no problem with it. I mean, the main reason I don't use wool is, well, the cost, I'll be quite honest with you, the cost of it. but also I can't wear it. So, but I wouldn't, even dream to say, you shouldn't be using a yarn. That's absolutely wrong. Whatever you want. If you want to crochet with a bit of barbed wire, that's fine, I wouldn't crochet with barbed wire, but if somebody wants to make something unusual, that's up to them. I know, why would you make baby things in beautifully soft, really, fancy wool, where a new mother is just about standing up straight? She hasn't got time to stand at the sink, washing things by hand, Yeah, I've tried bamboo. It's very nice, yeah. Yeah, well, that's different, James, isn't it? If you're allergic to acrylic, that's fine. I never say to anybody, oh, what are you using wool for? Like people say to me, why do you use acrylic? It's just whatever you want to. Yeah, I can't understand why people, oh, hi there, Juanita. I can't understand why people have to pick about and say things nasty to people. I just don't understand it at all. We're all crafters and we all should help each other and stuff like that. So, yeah, James, if you and your sons can't wear acrylic, that's absolutely fine. I would never say to you, oh, what are you wearing? What are you making me wool for? Never say that to anybody. Yes, it would be, but if you can't wear it, you can't wear it. It's like me with wool. I can't wear any kind of wool. I just can't. Yeah. But you must be a good washer then, James. Exactly, Delicia. If you like using a yarn, use it, love. It's nothing to do with anybody else, yeah. Yeah, Alita, I must admit that I would like to use like hand-dyed yarns at times, but a lot of my my work is I have to sell it, and if I was to pay like £20 a skein and my project, say a shawl or something, took 3 skeins, say, for example, that's like between £60–90, and then I've got to add a little bit on for me, and nobody would want to pay that, I usually wrap it and just hope that they like it. I've had so many gifts sort of like received with like, I tend to only crochet for the people that I know will appreciate it now. Yeah, I'm a bit weird with anything. Oh, hi, Christy. Bit weird with anything with lumps on it, lumpy, bumpy things. I just can't. I used to be able to knit with lumpy, bumpy things, but crochet, no way. Yeah, I've got cards made on a Vistaprint. I put one in with all of my sales, yeah. Oh, hi, Darlene. I was merrily putting cards in, and then I realised that they my email address was out of date. I thought, get rid of those, make some more. So I had to get some more cards. And I've been merrily handing them out all over the place with the wrong email address. So I will never know if I missed any sales or not. I doubt it. Because it had my phone number on it. So if they really wanted me, they would have got me on that. I'm not clever enough for Blossom. I had to have mine done with Vistaprint. They actually weren't that bad price-wise. I waited while they had an offer on. And then I ordered, like, I think it was about 100 for so much when they had an offer. Yeah, I'm not good at that, Ian. Oh, here we go again. Random. I can't say it. You know what I mean? Randy. She makes the most fantastic designs up and designs all things and puts them through her print. But I can't do anything like that. I'm dumb. Oh, hi, Crochet Comfort. Hi, Shad Hunter. Yeah, I had a much, much bigger necklace on, but Gigi objected to it, so because it was clanking like a cowbell. So I had to take it off because he was annoying. He was annoyed by it. I got a really, really good deal. I bought 2 sets of like bundles of necklaces on Ravelry, and oh goodness, when you think I would have had to pay like maybe £4 or £5 for one of the necklaces, and I got a bundle like that. Man, I've had to sort some out because some people must have very small necks. So I put them on one side for Sue's grandchild because she loves dressing up, so she'll probably wear them. Yeah, I do Vista prints and on eBay. What on eBay? Oh, yeah. No, I haven't got my necklace on. It's actually in the other room. It's a great big one with, I think it was butterflies. I know, I've been terrible, Donna, really. Honestly, I have. All the necklaces I won, yes, they were big bundles from eBay. Yeah, I must have a wide neck. I didn't think I did. But I can't order anything that says it's a choker because it just won't fit around me at all. Out of the massive big bundles, I got 2 bundles of, I mean, they were big bundles of necklaces. I've had to put about a quarter of them on one side for Sue's granddaughter because they just won't fit me at all. I'm dreadful with crochet alongs with cals because I like to see what I'm going to make first. I don't like these mystery things, yeah. Oh, yeah, Sue's granddaughter. Yeah, she loves anything like that. Artie Raindrop. Oh, you were Artie Raindrop before, weren't you? That might be a shock, Blossom. I know I look at things on eBay and think, oh, yeah, that'll fit me. It says like extra, extra, extra large or something. And then I look at the measurements and think, mm-mm. You were having salmon for your supper? What am I crocheting? I'm just crocheting granny squares just to make into a little white blanket for our baby that's not been born yet because he's overdue by 9 days. So I don't think the little things I've made for him will fit him anymore because they're quite tiny, because they kept saying she was having a small baby. They were concerned that the baby was so small. So I thought, right, I'll make 2 tiny little cardigans. And now I think I've made them too tiny. Don't think they'll fit him now. Hello, Isaac, Samantha, and Dexter the snake. I've done just white and pale blue. I'm very conservative. I know modern mums like dark colours, but I usually try and wait. Yeah, they've told her she's got to be, I think it's 12 days now. But when they kept saying the baby was so small, the baby was too small, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they'll probably fit the reborn. I'll show them to my daughter-in-law tomorrow. I've washed them, but they didn't go any bigger. Oh, hi, Christina. I thought they might stretch out. Hi, Wendy. But they didn't stretch out because it's cotton. So they didn't stretch anywhere at all. So I don't think they're going to fit the baby. I have a reborn doll, courtesy of a very, very good friend of mine. that we were really, really close years ago, and then we sort of drifted because she got married and I moved. I had to close the shop and different things. We didn't, you know, fall out or anything. We didn't part on the worst of terms. We just sort of drifted apart. And when I met up with her again on Facebook, her hobby is, you know, painting and making up the reborn dolls. So I'd said to her quite casually like that I would love one for, you know, displaying my crochet cardigans and things. And I just said to her, she said, well, I'll be selling them at Christmas time. I said, well, let me know roughly and I'll see if I can save up to get myself one like. Anyway, a few days later, she said, I've found something that's yours. She said, well, I've been sorting out. And I'm thinking, oh, we used to swap about with pattern books and things like that. And I thought maybe she's found a pattern book or a pattern or something that's, you know. So she says, give me your address again. She says, and I'll send it to you. I said, right, okay. And then this box arrived, which is quite heavy. And I thought, what on earth has she sent? And I opened it up and I was like, oh my God, it's a little reborn baby doll. I was so, so thrilled. Because I thought I would never be able to get one, you know. But don't worry, girls, it's not in a pram and I'm not pushing it round. It's in its box, you know. Oh, you've ordered a mannequin. I still haven't sorted out my padded one yet. It's still looking like a chunky monkey. It's not looking right. Yeah, she said it was because of what I'd done for her in the past when we were friends and that. So I thought it was so sweet, you know. Instead of paying it forward, she was like paying it behind, if you know what I mean. But I never expected her to do that. I mean, they are expensive. I never expected her to send me one of those. It was a lovely, lovely surprise. So I might get back into doing some baby things now. Or, you know, crochet for the reborn dolls, yeah. All right, Alita, yeah. Bye now. What about the picture of the UK behind me? That one, it's etched on copper. I bought it, oh, gosh. Well, I would have been married 50 years and I didn't buy it when we first got married because I didn't have any money then. So it's probably about 40 years old. I got it from one of those crafty type shops and I just loved it. And so it's been there on the wall for many, 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 many years. Yeah, it's been there. I wonder if that square's big enough now. If I'm going to make squares. Maybe I should measure it and then see how big it is so I can get it even. Right, it's 6.5, so that's a bit of an odd size, isn't it? Do you know, I would have to have a look for that, Isaac. I'll have to tell you next time. I don't know what it is. You know when your things are on your wall and you stop looking at it after a while. I'll reach it down next week and then you can have a look at it. But you won't have to mind if there's any dust down on it here. Right, how big are baby blankets? How big are they? Well, if I did another row around it, it would be more than 7, wouldn't it? So that would be 14, 21, 28. Yeah, I think if I do another round, I think 4 will be the right width to go across. Then I'll have to work out how long. Are they Providences? Oh, I don't think it'll be 3 foot by 3 foot. It'll be 28 inches or a bit more actually, because it's measuring 6.5. So if I do another row, it's got to be about 7.5. So that's 15. That's 30. Gosh, you do yours 36 by 36. Oh my goodness me. I'm not going to do one that big. She's probably only going to use it in the car. It's not going to go on a cot, I don't think. You're making me wonder now. 3 foot by 3 foot. What would that have to be for each square if I was doing 4 squares? Oh, I can't work that out. 36, 18. It'd have to be 9 inches, wouldn't they? Ooh. I don't know whether I want to do 9-inch squares. I'll do another round. I know, that's a bit big. It should be 40 inches. I'm not doing one big square here, I'm doing little ones and joining them together. Because I get bored when I'm doing one. I'm alright when I start off when it's little, but when it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, I get fed up. So I'm better off doing little ones and then crocheting them together. Why does my chat keep going off? Yeah, I join them together. I usually crochet them together. I'm not very good at sewing them up, so they have a bit of a ridge when you crochet them together, but I think it makes quite a nice pattern with like ridges. Well, you can tell the wrong side from the right side. I'm not much good at sewing them all together. You can tell anything for the easiest, that's me. Oh, this flipping thing keeps going up. Baby blanket should measure 40 inches wide. I don't know, it just keeps going off, Blossom. It can stay on for ages and ages, and then sometimes it keeps going off, going off, going off. And I don't know what it is at all. Because, you know, I'm such a technological genius, you know. You know how much a whiz I am. Zoe can't help me because Zoe's in America. Well, actually, she's in New Mexico, I think, at the moment. She's gone to some kind of a conference thing. You know what she's like with her technology things. She's probably chasing Pokemon all over the US somewhere. Oh, you bake away, Julie, right? Okay. Oh, dear. I can type, I can spell, but my fingers are dyslexic, so they just type what they want. Oh, hi, Nicole. Hello to you. And how are you this evening? Hi, Jane. I've been very bad, Nicole. I've just not been on very much. Yeah. I've been telling Jenny I'll be back, and then I've fallen asleep or something and not gone back to her. So she probably thinks I've gone off her now. I'm terrible. If I go to sleep, I go to sleep. I can't help it. I'm hoping to revive a bit before my... oh, there's Gigi barking. Before I get my winter blues. What am I working on? I'm working on a granny square, nothing interesting. Right, James. I know, I've missed you, dear. I missed you. So what are you making me tonight for my dinner? I'm going to come over to Nebraska while you cook for me. Are you on Facebook, James, or do you not bother? Oh, predictive text. I had to turn mine off on my phone. It was telling people anything. It wasn't even remotely like what I typed. Oh, canned tomatoes I can have. Is that all I can have? Can you not throw a bit of something else in with it? A bit of pasta or something? Oh, hi, Anna. I'm not coming to Nebraska just for a tin of tomatoes, I'm sorry. You have to be something a bit more gourmet than that. Do you know I've never had that tin tomatoes on toast? Oh, hi, Emma. My friend used to absolutely love them. Oh, right, James. I'll have to try and find you, dear. And I can add you. Then I can haunt you. No, not really. I won't do that to you, dear. Don't worry. I like other things on. Oh, yeah, Kelly's got a thing about soggy bread. She doesn't like anything that makes her bread go soggy. Oh, thank you. It's not me that's interesting. It's everybody else that makes it interesting because, oh, beef bourguignon. Oh, yes, I'll be around in a bit. So, yeah, I can put mine on hold. I'll microwave it later. Yeah, if it wasn't for everybody else coming on channels, then, you know, it wouldn't be interesting, would it? But it's everybody else chit-chatting. And that's what I want. I said that when I first came on here. I said, it's just not going to be me talking, you know, talking away and boring everybody to death. I want everybody to join in. And everybody's been very, very good. And they are joining in. And that's great. Because you're all getting to know. All right, James, it's lovely to hear you anyway, even if you don't get back later. You're going to have nightmares now about soggy bread. Kelly's got a phobia about bread being soggy. Anybody's, you know, she's a good job she didn't come with us when I was a kid, you know, when you were poor and when you'd managed to get out for the day to Blackpool or something, you could never afford to go in a cafe. You had to take everything with you. You know, so by the time you got there, like, your butties were always soggy. And if they weren't soggy, they were covered in sand, you know. Because cling film was a thing of the past back in the day. You know, it was like greaseproof paper or a paper bag. And my mother used to do egg sandwiches, you know, and tomato sandwiches. So they were always Kelly's nightmare. Soggy sandwiches. But I'll tell you what, yeah. You ate it because you were hungry and you knew damn well there was nothing else. Oh, hi, Lisa. Occasionally, Mum would splash out and we'd have a portion of chips, but then we'd have to share them. You didn't argue when you were a child. I used to have sultana sandwiches, tomato sauce sandwiches. Would you believe sugar on bread? When we didn't have anything else in the house. I mean, potted meat was a luxury. Oh, I got lipstick at the corner of my mouth. How scruffy of me. Yeah, the end of the week, you had what you had in the house, which wasn't often a lot, yeah. Yeah, you had one portion of chips. You don't get one each. No way. I used to love it when the new potatoes were in, you know, and they used to cut the new potatoes, and they used to be so small, they used to come in like little slices. Not had salad cream sarnies, but I've had, you know, that concoction Heinz used to make? It came in a jar, and It looked like salad cream with chopped up vegetables in it. I don't know what it was called. Sandwich spread, I think it was called. It still happens, Isaac, that, you know, people... Yeah, sandwich spread it was, yeah. It is true still now, though. I mean, the poorer people are, the more they have to eat what they can afford, which tends to be the things that are particularly good for you. You know, I mean, a chip butty and stuff like that. Everything revolved around bread when you were little. You know, because... But we ran it off. We didn't get fat because we were always outside playing out and running around. And, you know, our diet wasn't particularly good, really, you know. Like you said, chip butties, sugar butties, apple butties, banana on bread. Yeah, I've had all sorts of things on my sandwich. Whatever happened to be reading. Maybe I do, Blossom, maybe I do. Yeah, I'm not very technically minded, yeah. Well, I'm working on a white baby blanket at the moment, and I'm still working on 2 cardigans for my great granddaughters. Oh, crisp sandwiches. My son still eats them and adores them. You have to crunch the crisps up first, though, so that they all get crunched. You have to make the sandwich and then smash it with your fist. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Yeah, you have to smash it down like that, don't you? My niece painted my nails today. Yeah, yesterday. And already I washed up and I had to repaint those 2. Oh, don't put the 2 in there, that's rude. I'm not used to nail polish. That nail polish fell off. Can't beat a good bacon butty. I only like plain crisps, you know, salted crisps. Oh, don't mention Marmite. Ooh. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll be in dog sitting, yes. I'm mother of the pack tonight. They're both sound asleep in the front room at the moment. I thought I'd been nursing the dog all day, but... So good night, Kelly. Kelly is studying a module on web design, so she's got a lot more brains than I will ever have. Oh, I love bacon butties. I love them. Henderson's Relish. I've not heard of that one. It's your answer to Dirty Lee and Perrins, yeah? I like Lee and Perrins sauce, like Worcester sauce and that, in tomato juice. It doesn't have to have the vodka in it or anything, just tomato juice, yeah. Oh, I love tomato soup. Tomato soup with cheese butties dipped in it, yeah. Gosh, I've not had any spam for years. We used to fry the spam. Spam, 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 spam. Now, if you say spam to anybody under the age of about 20, they think you're talking about the PC. A butty, that's a sandwich. Yeah, spam fritters, yeah. Fried spam. Spam is a kind of, don't know what you would call it, pressed meat kind of substitute. It was very, very popular around about the the war times, I think it started, when you couldn't get real meat and real beef. It was spam with everything. You probably wouldn't want to, Nicole. Has it got expensive now? It used to be really cheap. Do you know, I haven't had tripe for years and years. Yeah. I didn't mind tripe if it was done with steak and tripe and onions. And my grandma used to boil it to death, really, so that the tripe was just so soggy, and it made wonderful gravy. Yeah. I can remember that from my childhood. It was so tasty. Again, it's just like pour dinners into it, back to, you know, everything had to have potatoes in it. And yeah, in World War II, there was an awful lot of spam knocking about, yeah. My dad used to say he had dripping on bread. Oh. Yeah, it is kind of like a luncheon meat, isn't it, really, spam? Yeah, corned beef hash. I mean, when I was brought up as a child, everything was like, you know, made in a pan. It was always potatoes with something. Potatoes and onions, carrots. I used to wave a bit of meat over it, because meat was, you know, kind of expensive, yeah. And, you know, my mum could... My son made me liver one time, and it was gorgeous. Excuse me. He cut it all in strips, like, you know, steak Diane. He cut it all very, very slim, and then he cooked it with onions, and he did carrot into tiny little strips as well, and cooked it with those. And then he put a little bit of brandy in it, and he finished it off with some cream, and we ate it with rice, and, you know, it was absolutely gorgeous. It didn't even taste like liver. I don't like the fried rice they do in the chip shops, the Chinese chip shops. It's like horrible. It's kind of just... It looks like they just poured soy sauce or something over it. It's just horrible. I like my own fried rice. You know, I used to cook fried rice with onions and peas and bits and pieces, and it isn't greasy so much. It just doesn't taste right at all, yeah. But I like my own fried rice. Like you say, leftover rice, it has to be like dry from the day before. And then you cook it up with onions and peas and whatever else you have. You know, if you have a few prawns or something like that, you stick those in as well. And then you finish it off with egg. Like you put egg in to make it, just bind it all together at the end. And that used to be lovely. That was my, with mayo and cucumber. I don't know why it's hiding your comment, Shad. I don't know why at all. Oh, it isn't now, yeah. Are you going to make something to eat now? Oh, you can't beat a homemade cheese and onion pie. You can't beat it. My mum used to make pies out of everything, you know. You're trying to spread it out, you stick a crust around it, don't you? I love, like, you know, the potato ash when they put a crust on top, or when they put dumplings on the top. Oh, I used to love my mum's homemade dumplings. Oh, they were gorgeous, all soft and fluffy. Oh, I don't like Fray Bentos pies. They're all bloody crust. Sorry for swearing. They're all crust. And hardly any meat. Bacon and egg pie. I've not had that for years. Yeah. I mean, quiches have gone too posh now, haven't they? They don't call it bacon and egg pie now. They call it a quiche. Quite what the difference is in a quiche, I don't know. Shepherd's pie, I absolutely adore shepherd's pie, especially with red cabbage. Pickled red cabbage. My friend likes hers with pickled beetroot, but I like mine with pickled red cabbage. Can't beat the old meals. I mean, they're talking about stodge and stuff like that, aren't they? But, you know, it's like everything in moderation, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to eat stodge and then you're going to sit on your bottom like I do, then obviously it's bad for you. But if you've got a normal job that's manual, or you go out running, or you go to the gym or something, there's nothing wrong with eating a bit of stodge. Fills you up. Can't beat homemade soup in the winter. Manchester foods, just more or less like we were just saying before. You know, shepherd's pie, potato ash, corned beef ash, fish and chips, obviously, but only from the chip shop, not ones you make yourself. Yeah, pickled red cabbage is gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Stew and dumplings, I can't beat it. Rib stickers, my mum used to call them. Rib sticker. Stick to your rib, keep you warm all day. They did and all, didn't they? Stodge is fine, Isaac, as long as you're active. Yeah, hot pot. Yeah. I think it is comfort food as well. I love a nice, thick, homemade soup. I don't mean watery soup, you know. I mean a good, where you put barley in it, or you put lentils in it or something, you know, to make it it's like a stew, really, never mind a soup. You could stick your spoon up in it, yeah. Yeah, there's some good cooking videos if you look back. If you look back into the past, right, you know. Yeah, nice thick broth. Stew and dumplings, yeah. Yeah, I mean, soups are not too bad though, Ian. It's the stodge stuff you have to watch with dumplings and stuff like that if you sat on your bottom like I am all day long. But I think there's nothing finer than a nice homemade thick soup. What I like about it, if I make a big pan full, it lasts me ages. Oh, hi, Jeannie. Oh, goodness, egg and bacon on a barn cake. That sounds absolutely delicious. I wish I was having that tomorrow. I'm not a fan of butternut squash. My daughter-in-law is. Yeah, I used to do a lot of things in the crock pot. When you're on your own, though, you tend not to cook such big amounts, you know. I know hot pot and things like that, stews and that, they always taste nicer warmed up, don't they? You know, the second time around is always nicer than the first. I don't know why. Yeah, kosher chicken soup's supposed to be good for you, you know, if you're feeling poorly, isn't it? I mean, the Jewish people have, that's the answer to everything that's wrong with you. You need some chicken soup. I don't actually watch the Bakery Bears at all, Blossom. It's because their episodes are so long. I just get bored halfway through. So I just stopped watching them in the end, because I watch so many other people that there's somebody I've got to drop off the end, if you know what I mean. So the Bakery Bears had to go, I'm afraid. Yeah, I've not had homemade chicken noodle soup. I don't know. I've never had that. I'm not much of a cook, as you've probably gathered. Chuck everything in the pot and let it go on the cooker. That's me. If it has to be, you know, done bits and pieces. And yeah, they are much better out than the day after. I don't know why. Whether it's because everything soaks through and the flavours come back up. Now, I'm not a great lover of black pudding. I will eat it now and again. I tend to only have black pudding when I go to Berry Market and you buy it off a stall and you get it nice and warm. And then you eat it while you're walking around and you look a proper chap, don't you, like eating it out of a paper while you're walking around. I just don't think what's in it, Isaac. I just eat it, yeah. Yeah, cheesy garlic bread, yeah. They're nice. I usually have pizzas, although I'm not really, to be quite honest with you, a great lover of pizza. But it always seems to be tempting when I'm in the supermarket and it's there and I'm thinking, 10 minutes and that will be dinner, won't it, you know? Yeah, you don't want to really know what goes into. Oh my goodness, Shad, you're very, very organised. I've only ever made bread once and it was a hopeless disaster. Absolutely. I like the pizza with the stuffed crust. He is very organised with bread. I absolutely love homemade bread and, you know, the fresh crusty bread that you get from the bakers, yeah. I love it to death, but I've never been able to make bread. It's been a disaster both times I've tried it. Yeah, the shop, yeah, I realise that. My son and daughter-in-law said to me last year, I gave them money for Christmas because I didn't know what they wanted. And they said, oh, we're going to put it towards Iceland. And I thought, they're going to put my Christmas money to buying some frozen food from Iceland. And I'm looking at them a bit funny. And they said, no, the real Iceland. We're going to the real Iceland. I said, oh, right. Yeah, whenever I do anything with yeast, it's always a disaster in here. Oh, I used to love the pork pies while they were still warm. There used to be a pork butcher's near where we lived when I was a child, and they made their own pork pies. And they used to pour in the, you know, the jelly stuff, but it was still hot, so it hadn't set. And when you bit into it, it used to run all down your chin. Oh, I used to love that. Love that. Oh, I do envy you, Shad, with your homemade bread. Oh, I'm just hopeless at making bread. I think Kelly makes her own bread. If I made bread, though, I would be even fatter than I am now. Is that a Welsh rarebit, Julie, when you put Liam Perrins on it? I don't think I'd even make decent bread with a bread machine. But it's not much point in me buying a bread machine just for me. Yeah. I don't like Hollands pies from the supermarket. They're disgusting, aren't they? They're much nicer when you buy them at the chip shop. I don't know why. But if you've ever been to Scotland and you go in a chip shop, don't ask for a meat pie or anything because they chuck it in the chip fat. Oh, it's disgusting. I've never had a pucker pie. Never had one. Oh, deep fried Mars bars. No, no, no. That's a Scottish thing as well. We used to go to one particular restaurant every now and again, not a lot, because obviously we didn't have that kind of money. And they used to make their own bread rolls, you know, with the soup. Oh, I could have not bothered with the dinner. I could have just gone round and ate all the bread rolls off the table. They were so nice. I've never tasted such nice bread rolls as that restaurant used to make. You back with snacks? Are you going to hand them round? We haven't got Zoe here to put the coffee on today, have we? She's in America. How dare she? Well, actually, she's in South America. She's in Albuquerque. So she's not here to put the kettle on for us. Well, my little doggies are being very, very quiet, aren't they? I'm surprised Gigi's not coming. I've never had a pucker pie. What's so different about them than ordinary pies? Is there a difference? Or it just tastes nicer, or what? I'll have a black coffee, please, with 2 sweetness, Katie. This one I've got is stone cold. But I have got my Crochet Queen. My niece came the other day and she said, "What? You got a tiara for?" I said, "It's a long story." Why have you got a tiara on your desk? Oh. Well, I know where Poppy is. Poppy's flaked out fast asleep. They've got spoiled, actually, because I had some chicken. It was a chicken breast that was reduced, buttered chicken breast it was. But my next door neighbour came in, so it was a little bit overcooked. So it was a bit, so the dogs had some of it with the dinners. Oh, you mean you can't zoom it up like Beam Me Up Scotty, you know? I bet the time will come, you know, when we can do that. You know, when things go zip and they reappear zip somewhere else, like molecules or something or other. You've got to walk Nibbler. That's a nice name for a dog, Nibbler. I've got Poppy and Gigi here. I follow 2 dogs on Facebook. Yeah, you make coffee for everyone if that happens. Yeah, well, 3D printing happens. I mean, when I was young, if somebody had told me that somebody would be able to land on the moon or do all these sorts of things, even internet, if somebody had told me when I was even your age, Isaac, that there would be internet, I wouldn't, when I'd be talking to people in America, I wouldn't have believed it. No. I would have thought that's too far-fetched. That's like science fiction, you know. And yet in my lifetime, so many things have happened that I would have never deemed possible, you know. So who knows? Yeah, I still can't believe that I can turn on my PC and talk to my friends in America. And they can see me and I can see them. And I mean, when I was in school and things like that, these things were just... You never phoned people in America because it was so expensive on the phone. You only ever wrote to people. And then you had to get special airmail, like letter things, because it was too expensive to send an ordinary letter. You had to get these paper thin things, and you had to write really, really teeny weeny on these airmail things because they used to be 2 sides, and then they used to fold together. And then you used to stick them all down the sides. And they were blue. I don't know whether anybody else used to write to people abroad when they used to have to use these airmail letters. But it was so thrilling, really, when we used to get an airmail letter from America or from Canada, because I had relatives in both places. It was like, whoa, yeah. You remember that too, do you? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, oh, right, Julie, you're off to bed, are you now, love? What time is it? What time is it? Oh, it's 10:30. You're very young. Young. Very, what was I trying to say? They're not very young. Very soon to bed today. Well, hello, Jenny. We have got Nicole on here, but you've missed Kelly because she's gone to bed. Nicole! Hi, Jennifer. I've been a very bad friend this last week. I have just been falling asleep, as you probably gathered. I just said to Nicole, I bet Jenny thinks I've gone off her. But it's just been, oh, hi, Jeanette. It's just been one of those weeks. That's why there's not been any videos or anything. I've been awake. It's been a miracle, you know. Just one of those things, really. I'm hoping I'm going to start feeling a bit more livelier now. But don't hold your breath. I've got Gigi and Poppy here today, but both of them are asleep in the front room. This beautiful shawl, it was a gift. So I really can't tell you what it was. Sorry about that. No, I've had a really, really sleepy week, Blossom. Honestly, I have not. If I've been awake, it's been a miracle. Honestly, it has. I've been terrible. Every time I've sat down, I've gone to sleep. Every time I've watched a TV program, I've gone to sleep. I have missed more of my programs this week. I started off watching them, but I've never seen the end of any of them yet. Oh, dear. I've always said, we're talking about inventions and things in the future. I've always said I wanted a TV or whatever that starts recording the minute my eyes close. Then I can catch up on what I don't have one of these posh TV things, you know, where you can pre-program it and watch them later. I don't have one of them. Yeah, it would be an idea, really. Good idea. I mean, I'm struggling to keep up with YouTube. And now everybody's been doing a video every day for August. That's me gone completely. I'm just so far behind, it's untrue. You know, I'm going to have to pick somebody and start at the beginning of August with one person, and then follow them through, and then do that with each one. I haven't got an iPlayer, Ian. I haven't got one of them. Well, I think I probably have if I look for it on but I'm so dumb. I found BBC. Oh, good night, Connie. I found the BBC catch-up one, but that's about it. I managed to, if they're on BBC, I can find them. Yeah. Oh, hi, Evie. Yeah, I don't know about iPlayer. Oh, you're getting technical, you know. Yeah, I watch BBC catch-up. Yeah, I do watch that, but if it's on ITV, I can't find it. Yeah. Well, they said my iron was a bit low, but not low enough to warrant any medication. So I don't know what it is. But it is a side effect of the injections that I have. These new injections I have for my diabetes, they're not insulin, but they are an injection to make my body produce more insulin. Yeah, right, Ian, I'm not Popeye. We were discussing this with Kelly the other day because her iron levels are a bit low. And I said to her, you know, you need to eat spinach. I don't mind spinach leaves like raw in a salad, but I'm not keen on spinach when it's cooked. You have to be very careful, otherwise it just goes all soggy. Would you believe We don't have grits in the UK. You picked a tomato while you're out with Nibbler. I know I'm guilty of not drinking enough water. I think most of us are. I'll have to look that up, ITV Hub. It's usually a programme on ITV I miss. If it's BBC, I don't bother too much because I know I can actually find it again, if you know what I mean. But no, I'm guilty of not drinking enough water. Yeah, that's my problem. I think a lot of it could. Oh, I haven't got my Fire Stick now. Well, I do have it, but I don't know where it is. Because with this new TV, it was all programmed into it, so I didn't need the Fire Stick anymore. I'm probably still paying for the damn thing. I think it was a one-off payment with the Fire Stick. I don't have a laptop at all, no. I'm poor. I've only got a desktop, and I've got a tablet that doesn't like me. I can't get it to update when I'm trying to do Instagram and things. It just keeps giving me like not only yesterday's news, it gives me like last year's news. Anything that's new on it, it doesn't give me. I don't know. You'd rather have a beer. Oh dear. Oh, next door's dog's having a bark. I'll miss Buddy when he's gone. Yeah, there he goes. His evening bark before he goes to bed. He barks at the moon, I think, or anything. He has to have a bark before he goes to bed. I haven't been to Liverpool for quite a long time. Oh, hi, Crafty Crafter. Yeah, I keep thinking I should get some. I don't like the taste of Guinness, though, but I will drink it if I can put a dash of blackcurrant in it. Hi, Lydia. Now I don't have a car and don't have any transport. I'm not likely to get to Liverpool anymore now. Oh, hi, Lynn. Hi, amazing. Oh my goodness, that's lucky. You got a bunch of yarn from Joanne's, aren't you? The lucky one. I'm trying to be good here. Don't tempt me. Oh, dear me. I hope you're feeling better, Lydia. Yeah, I'd like to get to the Abercarn in Moston in Wales one day because they seem to have all the craft classes down there. Oh, I keep watching all these haul videos. I had to stop watching them sometimes, though. Oh my goodness, that's very good, Crafty. I think you've given the 2 stone to me. I'm hopeless. I lose a bit of weight and put it back on again. Lose a bit of weight. It's the same. I've yo-yoed all my life. And I don't think it's going to change much now. Yeah. There's no magic wanders to wave over. You've just got to be stricter with yourself, which I'm not, and have more willpower, which I don't have yet. Oh, thank you, EF. Not sure what your first name is. Whole videos are torture, especially when they're in America and they're showing all this gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. And they're saying, oh, it's only Red Heart, or oh, it's only Karen Soft or something. And we're thinking, yeah, all right then. Fine, thank you. I don't mind the videos where they walk round the... Oh, Elaine, that's your name. Right, I must try and remember. I don't mind the videos where they walk round the yarn stores and they show the yarn like on the shelves. But I don't like it when they bring it all home. Yeah, well, I haven't got a wool... I don't go on Wool Warehouse. I'm staying away from it. I'm going to be... Who's Kieran Sadler? I'm in the UK, love, so I don't really know if it's politics. Yeah, I like lollies. Sue went in person there, but it was a day when I couldn't go with her. So I'm hoping that she'll go again one day and take me. I mean, you're so lucky in the US. How can I put it? You call the gas prices, and you've got the cheapest gas prices anywhere that I know. Ours is about 4 times dearer than yours. And same with the Red Heart. I mean, we can get it over here, but we have to pay about £7 for one skein of it. Oh, I never find anything in my charity shops, which are like the equivalent of your Goodwill. I don't think anybody around me. Yeah, we do have Stylecraft, but that's not the same as all the colours that you get in Red Heart. Kieran Sadler is the ST. What's that? I don't even know what you mean. I'm in the UK, so I don't know who he is or what he is. All right, Isaac. Say hello to your sister from me, and of course, Dexter. Nice to have your company, Isaac. We'll see you next week, maybe. Yeah, you got that sort of sugar and cream is quite expensive over here. We probably have other cottons, but they're not quite as sturdy. Your sugar and cream is like more meant for dishcloths, isn't it, and stuff like that. No, I don't. I'm sorry, I'm not politically minded, Gerald. I sort of must have my head in a cloud somewhere. Yeah. Oh, I can't crochet with a too big crochet hook. I like medium size, you know, like for me, it's the millimeters, not the numbers. It's like 5mm and stuff like that, yeah. 4mm, 5mm, that's about my kind of level. When I go on anything too big, it's shawl in a cake. Ian might know that because I think he's just bought some Lion Brand. Oh, can get Charlie the cake. Where is it from? Wool Warehouse. What's that big thick stuff that seems to be the rage that people are using? I don't know if it's Lion brand or what it is. I keep getting these videos and it looks like rubble. How to crochet with this, it says, and I thought I wouldn't want to. It looks so thick. I've got so many cakes though, honestly. Oh, is it to finger it? I don't like the look of it. It looks too thick. I have not been keen on that arm knitting and finger knitting and stuff like that. Yeah, there's something about, you know, the red heart. It's just that a little bit thicker and it crochets up so much faster. When you go back to our double knit, it seems like thin again. And yet Aran is thicker. So you're a bit stuck really when you get a pattern that says worsted. I've never done loom knitting. Honestly, I haven't. It's like that stuff that they sell. It's like massive. It looks like it's not been twisted or anything like that. And I think, my goodness, it probably fluff up like crazy. It's gigantic thickness stuff. And it just looks so unspun to me. Well, yeah, I suppose spun is the word. It looks like it's spun without any twists in it. Now, I've just got my small Addy back. I'd forgotten that Sue had got it. She brought it back the other week. They're both in the garage, the Addy machines. I don't know why I never got the sort of hang of them. The hats I made out of them were never quite big enough for a man, and that's what I was making them for. I was making them for the homeless. Maybe they're meant to be for worsted yarn, I don't know. Yeah, that untwisted yarn, it just looks like roving to me, like it's going to twist up. And yeah, some people don't like that Karen. Is it Karen Simply Soft? People don't like. And I thought it was really nice. No, I'm not keen on that. I've still got to find a use for that gorgeous yarn I bought from Ice that was a bit sort of lumpy, fluffy stuff. I fell in love with the colours of it, and I bought 2 colours of it. So I've got quite a bit of it. So I need to find something to use it for. I started using it, but I think I would have been better if I'd have used a single colour, you know, for the starting chain or the beginning of it. I couldn't get past the first row because I couldn't get in. I couldn't get into, you know, the beginning chains with it. But wouldn't it be very, very heavy if you did a blanket and that burnout stuff? Yeah, I like Karen Simply Soft, but you get some people who say they don't like it. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a bit finer. I can remember when I was young, we used to have these what they call maxi knitting things, and you used to use 6 strands of double knitting all at once, yeah. And I made myself a dress, and it looked lovely. It was a mini dress. It was beautiful. And then I went out and I had to run for the bus, and I came back in and my dad said, I thought you were going to run for the bus. And I said, I'm not going out in this. And my dress was nearly around my ankles. It just dropped right down. Yeah, some people say it's slippery. I don't mind it. I like the way it does slide, yeah. I suppose we all have our things that we like using, don't we, really? What one person likes working with, another person doesn't. You know, it's all a matter of... It's like crochet hooks. Some people will only use this crochet hook, other people will only use that crochet hook. I think you just find which you like and then you just stick to it. You know, people say, oh, you should use this. It's good for your hands. Or I always go back to my original Susan Bates, but yet other people hate them. You know, I got gifted a, what is it, a furls hook. And I just didn't like it at all. I couldn't work with it. Found the handle very heavy. I believe, though, a lot of these, you know, like Red Heart and that, people say if they kill it, you know, by putting it in the washing machine and then the dryer, and then it sort of softens up a lot, yeah. Oh, I like the aero hooks, yeah. I still got quite a lot of them. Let me see how many. Oh, I've got to do another couple of squares, a couple of rounds, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've got another row to do. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand this. It's like the yarn snobbery, isn't it? It's hook snobbery, isn't it, as well? I mean, there's no point in paying for a lot of hooks that look pretty if you can't actually crochet with them, you know? We're all different. We all hold our hooks a different way. A lot of these fancy hooks don't work for me because of the way I hold the hook. I hold the hook that way. Whereas a lot of the fancy ones that are shaped, they're meant to be used that way, which I can't do. You know, so it's wasted on me. You know, these shaped ones. I bought a lot of the added swing, you know, that went like sort of that shape. But we don't know. Oh, right, Shad, you've got to feed your mosquitoes. Can't you smother yourself with something that the mosquitoes hate? Right, we'll see you next week, and don't forget to bring your loaf of bread. It is all about enjoyment. I'm all that craft should be enjoyed, no matter what craft you do, whether it's embroidery, knitting, crochet, whatever it is you do. If you don't enjoy it, it's not worth doing, is it? It's meant to be relaxing. So, you know, I'm just all in favour of wear whatever you know, use whatever yarn you want, use whatever hook you want, do whatever you want, whether it's 5D, whatever, knitting, crocheting, embroidery. You know, it's just, if you don't enjoy it, then there's no point, is it? That's the whole point about craft. Yeah, we're all different. And I always say, when people say, oh, I don't hold my hook like you and all that, and I'm saying, it doesn't matter. You know, it really doesn't. You know, you find the way that you get along with. I mean, I've changed the way I crochet over the years, it's just sort of morphed into something else. I mean, I started off crocheting in a completely different manner. Oh, I like a bit of paper and a pencil with me, Rose. I've got a clicker, but I don't always remember to click it. You can't beat a bit of paper and a pencil. Oh, right. I didn't even know you were here, Tunisia in Crochet World. I never saw you arrive. Sorry about that. I would have said hello to you. So bye. Thank you for joining us. Oh, I'm not the queen, believe me. I just wore my tiara just for a laugh last week. Yeah, as I say, craft is all about enjoyment, relaxation, enjoyment, whatever. It's not meant to be a chore. It's not meant to be knitting crochet for Britain, you know. We're not on war relief now. We're not knitting socks for the troops, are we? You know, it's just something that we do because we enjoy doing it. You know, it's, to me, if I didn't enjoy doing crocheting, I would stop. I would find something else to do. But I do love crochet. And to me, it's my form of relaxing. It's, you know, the stress goes away from me when I'm crocheting. Obviously, not if I'm doing a complex pattern and I can't get the hang of it, then I do stress. But these days, unless I'm absolutely desperate in love with the pattern, if it starts getting on my nerves, I think, that's it, let's do something else. Life's too short to fret. It's like that pattern for the shawl that I've got here behind me. Sue can do it without even thinking. And I don't know why. I cannot get the start of it. My aunt said, don't shovel it, she said. I cannot get the start of this. Because you've got to increase, like, and go upwards, if you know what I mean, because you start here. There. And I just cannot. I can do the stitch. I've done the stitch in all the other shawls. But I can't get the start of it. I've tried and tried and tried, and yet Sue can just do it. So I said to her, I'm sorry. I said, it's going. She said, what? I said, I'm not even stressing anymore with it. It's going. I've decided that that's it. Yeah. I mean, I've done more complicated patterns, shawl patterns than that. I just don't know why my head just does not go round. I mean, she's tried with me, Sue. She's even tried crocheting a bit of it, you know, to show me what to do, but no. I guess it's a pattern I'm not going to do. And yeah, I've done the Doris Chan blue curacao shawl, which is absolutely lovely. It's like the pineapple stitch. I must do another one of those, actually. I made so many because at one time I was in a knitting group, well, knitting and crochet group, and we were doing things for Christie's, which is a cancer charity. And I was making these blue curacao shawls for the girls that was in the knit club with me. What they were doing was they were supplying the yarn for me. I was making them, and they were supposed to be, I don't know whether they did or they didn't, but they were supposed to be donating what they would have paid me for making the shawl for them to the charity. But as I say, I really don't know whether they did or not, because I didn't want to sort of be, have you paid, you know, one of those kind of people. But I suspect that a couple of them didn't, you know, which was not bothering me because it wasn't, you know, affecting me, because I wasn't making any profit from it because I was doing it for nothing. I was doing it for charity. So I really got a bit cross, really, when I thought that some of them were diddling the charity out of money. I thought at least they would put £10 or £15, you know, because none of them were short of money. They were all quite well-off people. So I thought they could have... I only hold interesting conversations because of all the lovely people who join me, Patricia. Believe me, if I was sitting in here talking to myself. Oh, hello, girls and boys. Stirring in the woodwork. Do you want to go outside, Poppy? Just a moment. I think she needs a toilet. Do you want to go outside for a weenie pop? Come on, then. Come on, darling. Do you want to go out as well, Gigi? Gigi, don't bite. Off you pop. It's funny how they both decided they want to go to the loo together. Well, Michelle, yeah, everybody likes to chat, don't they? And I like it when people chat amongst themselves and everything. You all right, Gigi? Hey, you all right, G? Let me shut the door when Poppy comes back in. Poppy is now drinking rainwater. Is Poppy drinking rainwater? Is she? Gosh, she's having a real big drink as well. Oh no, Gigi's not coming. He's gone in the other room. He's deserted me. Oh yeah, the trolls come out sometimes, don't they? Yeah. When I started this, I just said I wanted everybody that came to treat it as if it's like a knitting crocheting club, you know, all chat amongst yourselves, and you find out if you live near each other and something like that, if you have things in common. You know, it can forge new friendships, which is what it's all about, isn't it? I'm not going to sit here and just spout out and leave everybody else on their sides. Yes, Poppy now wants to be friends with me because she's got a wet muzzle and she now wants to wipe it all over my skirt. Thank you, Poppy, but no. I'm just going to close the door now because it's a bit chilly and it's been raining. Eh? You behave yourself, you two. Oh. Hey, yeah, it is like a weekly club, isn't it? I would miss it if I wasn't here. I'd just be sitting here doing my crocheting on my own. And with nobody to chat to, but I've always got everybody to chat to. And like you say, we all get to know each other because we're all well, not all the same people. It's nice when we get new people, isn't it? And we're all kind of friendly, apart from the trolls, of course, but we can't. We can't control the trolls, unfortunately. I wish we could, but we can't. Yeah, and that's the way I want it to be. Oh, you'd have a shock if you knocked on my door. I'd give you all a hoover. I would, honestly. You think I'm joking? I need someone with an OCD about cleaning to come and visit me. Oh, I can't crochet anything. Yeah, I like coming on and chatting. Yeah, I've made some wonderful friends. And, oh, you'd push a hoover for me. You're so good to me, Michelle. It's not that I'm lazy or dirty, but my back just goes when I start hoovering. You don't live in Manchester though, Wendy. Oh dear. I've got to do something before the 4th because my hunky firemen are coming. How far am I from the water? Well, at the moment, I'm as far from the water as my deck because I've got water out there because it's been raining. You'd like a nosy in the craft room. Everybody wants a nosy in the craft room, but at the moment it's so messy. I've not been at myself, as you know, for quite a while. So everything's just got dumped in the craft room instead of being put away nicely. It's like when you've done the washing and you haven't ironed it and there's a big pile of ironing. I've got a massive, massive pile of ironing. I'm just bothered that when the firemen come, they'll say it's a fire hazard. Oh, Bissolin. I've got a Hoover that, you know, you can clean the carpet with, but it's too heavy for me to push around, yeah. Lived in. I think somebody was being nice to me when they said my house looked lived in. The answer was like, lived in by who? A herd of buffaloes that are not house trained, you know. Oh, my pile isn't quite 3 feet tall. It's probably, oh, I don't know. It could be bordering on 3 foot, yeah. Oh, I wish I had a bit of OCD at times, yeah. I've got an iron and an ironing board. I even bought myself one of those steamer things. Yeah. And so, you know, my life for ironing should be a lot easier. I have to sit down while I iron too. My best place where I love to iron is actually on the deck outside. I just love standing, well, sitting outside and you got a spanner craft angel. Yeah. Steaming is okay for some fabrics, but it doesn't work on everything. Also, my dresses are very, very long, so the steamer doesn't work on them because it doesn't go to the bottom, if you know what I mean. My steamer doesn't go kind of high enough, you know, the coat hanger bit doesn't go high enough up in the air. Oh, my friend used to love ironing. She used to come and put the iron on for me because she knew I have problems with the ironing. And she used to sit and talk to me and just do all the ironing for me. But that was before I had such a pile. Oh, dear. Hello, who knows? How are you today? Oh, you wanted a black and white cow windmill. I'm Nairi, Lily called him Nairi then. Nairi. I'm working on a baby blanket in granny squares, yeah. Yeah, I had, was it last week or the week before that, I had so much ironing in a pile in my spare, well, not my spare room, it's the room I put clothes in, that I made myself sit on the bed and put it all on hangers, and then I made myself stand up and put it away. It's standing that gets me, standing to put things away. I'm all right if I can sit down and fold things up. Listen, I had laundry in the dryer that was there from last week. I've just pulled it out only because I needed the dryer. The only Nairi I knew was a lady called Nairi Dawn Porter. She used to be in a TV series. Oh gosh, I can't think what it was called now. It was a long, long time ago. Practically in black and white. Yeah, my friend Grace is in Texas and she always says it's so hot over there. Do you know, if I had to go out to the laundrette, I think I would probably be better. Because I used to go to the laundrette when my washer was broken down. And it comes out of their dryers much straighter And also, like, you can put a lot more in than you can, you know, in a home washing machine. Yeah, I've done that before today. Put it in the shower with me. And put washing powder on it and treadled it with my feet. Oh, right. Right, Cindy Hearts. I need to make a video soon. I really do, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, at least we don't have to swing it in the river, do we? Yeah, exactly. These places do have like a laundromat in the basement, you know, where you can go put everything in there, take your book down with you and just sit and do all your laundry at once. It's bedding into it that's the worst because, you know, these modern, well, my washing machine is small really and it doesn't. Yeah, there used to be one of the on the thing near me that you used to take your washing in and leave it with the lady, and then she used to wash it and dry it, and then you used to go and collect it. It was great. Because I find things like washing a duvet, I can't do that in my home machine. And we don't have any laundromats anywhere near me now. My dry cleaners used to do a duvet washing service, but it closed down. So I don't know what we're supposed to do with our duvets. I mean, I've done that before when it's been a gorgeous day. I've put it in the bath and treadled it with my feet, you know. Hi, Kelly. It takes it forever to dry, though, the duvet. When you do it in the oh my goodness, $1 days, that'd be great, that. I would love a laundromat, you know, for washing the heavier stuff like your big coats and things. Well, jackets, I should say, not coats. Yeah, yeah. I have a friend of mine who won't even hang her underwear outside. She's that, she has to dry it inside where the neighbours don't see it. I'm like, oh, we all wear underwear, you know. My dad used to say to her, I bet your neighbours think you don't wear any. That's one thing I've always fancied, even though I'm not much of a sewer, a serger. You know, it's useful, isn't it, for... my mum had a serger, but she used to call it an overlocker. Yeah, I miss that. Our laundrette at the top used to have those. You know, you could put your duvet in and stuff like that. Yeah, they're quite expensive sergers, but they're very complicated to thread up, aren't they? I know my mother used to leave hers threaded and just pull another colour through. Because excuse me, if it came unthreaded, she used to have to get my dad to try and work it out how you threaded it up again. I can't justify getting one though because I don't do enough sewing. In fact, I still haven't sewn the linings for those blooming crochet bags yet. I don't care. 2 pairs of my knickers fills the line. I don't care. A serger cuts as well as it sews. It locks the edges, but it also cuts off the edges. Or my mother's did anyway. You know how strange thoughts go through your mind. I used to think that about like Lady Diana and stuff. I used to think, who washes her underwear? It must be a very close personal servant to wash her underwear, because I should imagine she had very, very pretty underwear. She wouldn't be wearing like I wear. You know, you wonder, don't you, people who have these sort of servants and that, whether they're very posh people. Yeah, I've done that before, especially when I'm on holiday. You know, people say, oh, do you wash your bra and your underwear every day? And I'm like, yeah, because you get all hot and sweaty when you're on your holidays. So I used to always take it in the shower and wash it and hang it out on the balcony, you know. When it's a self-imposed yarn diet, I think you could do it. Oh, sorry, I keep you wrong. But when somebody else has put you on a yarn diet, I would be a total rebel. I would be like, no, you're not telling me I can't buy any wool. But if I decided not to buy any, yeah. My dad used to call my knickers harvest festivals. And I said, what do you mean? He said, all is safely gathered in. And my other friend used to call them belly warmers. She said, you'll never get a man as long as you keep wearing those belly warmers. Yeah. I said, listen, if a man was that keen about me, he wouldn't notice what I was. If he got to that stage of our relationships, I'm sure he wouldn't notice what I was wearing. Oh, everybody that sees my craft room, I get fed up with all the people who say, you should donate it to charity. You've got far too much. And I'm like, no, I am a pensioner, and it has taken me a long time to accumulate that yarn. So I am not going to give it to charity. I'm not that rich. I need it to make... I mean, it's like saying to a guy who does woodworking or something, you know, you've got too many tools. You know, give some of them to somebody who hasn't got any tools. Like, no. It's not that warm, actually. No. I've actually been tempted a couple of nights to put the heating on because it's been so chilly in the evenings. Yeah. It's not so bad during the day, but it gets a bit chilly in the evening. So that's why I've got a shawl on. If I was well off, I had money to buy new yarn all the time, you know. It's like when I'm going through a... What am I drinking? Oh, it's mango mandarin Lucozade. Oops, where is it going? Lucozade, is that upside down? Yeah, it is, Lucozade. Ian, I'm sure I wouldn't miss them if you stole half of them. Oh, yeah, I always get that every time people say, oh, come on, show us your craft room, and I always get it every time I show my craft room. And I like keep saying it's not personal craft room, it's my business craft room. It's not, you know, just for my personal use, for me to make loads of things for myself, because then it would be really silly, you know, because there would have been way too much of it. But it isn't my personal, you know, it's what I've speculated to accumulate, if you know what I mean. I buy yarn when I see it at a wonderful bargain price, and then I'm able to, you know, make a little bit of money when I sell anything. I know you're a gentleman here. I honestly need to get, I keep telling Sue, isn't it time you do? Oh, I've got too much, in the carriage. I can't take any. Yeah, I know it sounds very selfish, Patricia, but it is. I mean, I haven't worked hard. I've saved out of my pension to buy this yarn, so I'm not about to just willy-nilly hand it out to everybody, you know. Yeah, everybody's like, you should do more for charity. Don't you ever make blankets for charity? Don't you ever do this? And I'm like, I'm trying to eke out a living of sorts, because if you live on a UK pension, you know that there is not much money around. Okay, I'm not starving. Okay, I can pay my bills, but there isn't any money left over for anything. I would love to be able to take a little holiday sometime, you know, do little rash things like that. You know, that, well, I don't cook, so yeah, I could empty the kitchen cabinets. You're right there. You know, I don't drink. Well, I'm not a teetotaler, but I don't drink. And I don't smoke. And I don't gamble, apart from just the lottery at the weekend. So whatever. Oh, you're thirsty, right? Okay, Michelle, we'll excuse you. I mean, my problem is that my yarn eyes are bigger than my hook, if you know what I mean. I always tend to think, oh, I can make that out of that. I can make that out of that. But I overestimate. It is, you're right there. It is a business investment. It's my stock, if you know what I mean. It's not a stash, it's a stock. It's like having my own little yarn shop that I use. It's very seldom I actually make things for myself. Usually the things I make for myself are a lot of the things I get given. If I get given yarn from America, then I tend to not make anything for the shop with it, because it's been a gift to me. And so I tend to use that. Yeah, all right, Lynn. Yeah, hopefully I'm going to get crafting tomorrow, but I've got the 2 doggies, so I don't really know how much I'll get to do. And I'm supposed to be trying to tidy up. Yeah, no, exactly. No, I don't think anyone who's on a benefit of any description is rolling in money. But the UK is particularly bad for what it gives people. And it's not the matter that it's bad what they give people. They're so begrudging. You know, it's like, God, have you lived this long? It's time you died. You know, you're costing the government too much money. Too many old people are living too long. And, you know, they really make you feel welcome, don't they? Considering we're the ones who worked all our lives and paid into the system. I mean, Lord knows where the money went, but yeah, exactly, Craft Angel. I mean, I could go out, you know, drinking, you know, whatever every night. I could go out and play bingo and waste my money every night on that. But just because I, you know, invest it in buying some yarn and that, oh, it's all wrong. Oh, I wish I was going to Ali Pali. I'd love to go one year. But it's such a long way for me to go. We're just talking about the benefit system in the UK and how little it is, but I presume it's little in other places as well. I wish I was going to Ali Pali. One year I would love to go. Yarn has been my whole life. Yes, I was brought up. Take it out in the pram. Yeah, I've not got my baby in a pram. He's still in the cardboard box. I've not gone doolally. I don't nurse it. Yeah, I would love to, but I know I can't. I can't do the walking. I can't do the whatever. When I win the lottery, I'm going to buy one of those tiny little folding scooters, you know, the little tiny ones that don't take you anywhere really, but they're okay for putting in the boot of a car or folding up and going on a train with, yeah. But they're about 1,500, and that is kind of something I don't have at the moment. You know, I don't think many people have got 1,500 spare in their back pockets, have they? So I don't think that's going to come to me anytime soon. It's one of those things I would like, yes, but not one of those things I'm going to get. We've all got a wish list, haven't we, of things that we would get if we had spare money, but yeah, I remember those slippers that were made with horrible nylon stuff. Yeah, exactly. But it's the same everywhere. You know, people haven't got the money anymore. Even people who are working, I mean, things have gone up so much that they struggle. You know, even working people say, oh, they're earning so much a week and they've got mortgages or rent to pay and things like that. And unless you're really sort of middle class or rich, everybody struggles. There's so many people like what I call on the breadline these days that sometimes when I have a little moan about it, I think, oh, we shouldn't really. You're a bit better off than a lot of people. Oh, the bike saddle. You mean those ones that look like motorbikes? I'd like one that looked like miniature Harley Davidson. I'd love one of those. That confuse everybody when you're going down the road. I know they used to make slippers and they used to make bags out of stuff that looked like, you know how they have this t-shirt yarn now, but this was made out of strips of nylon. It's probably when they used to have nylon sheets. And oh, thank you, who knows, yeah. I don't get, they make me laugh, these people who say you can get £10 an hour in your dreams. Manny Kelly and I'd be looking on Etsy at some of these shops and like £45 for a hat. And, you know, and you're thinking, if I charged £10 for it, you know, they would not buy it. You know, you wonder, and you look at the sales at the side and they've sold so many of them. And I'm like, what is so different from their hats? You know, do they just have the audience? Do they just have the, you know, whatever? Yeah, we always did layaway when we had our wool shop. It was the only way that people could afford. You know, people just didn't have the money, you know, way back. You get a housewife who just had a limited amount to spend each week. If she was making a sweater, then she had to, you know, budget. I don't think we would have had as many customers as we did if we hadn't done layaway. Oh, you're talking about Red Heart variegated. I found out that Wool Warehouse has some Red Heart, but I'm not looking. I've got one colour of the stripes in enough to make something big with that I bought from Wool Warehouse, but I'm just not got around to it yet. some people do. You look at things and you think, good grief, you know, how do they manage to get so much, like £45 for a hand-knitted hat? And there was one there that was about 30-something pound for a crochet hat. And I counted and there were 6 rows between the brim and the top. So it must have been super duper thick yarn, super duper big hook. And I mean, 6 rows, she probably churns out a hat half an hour, you know. And I'm thinking, God, if she can get like £35 for a hat that's took a half an hour, or an hour maximum, even if she's slow. And you're thinking, oh God, yeah. We used to do that. There used to be a newspaper shop, come toy shop, come whatever. Yeah, they are selling at that price. If you look at this, if you ever go on Etsy and you look at the side where it says sales, you can look at what they've sold, yeah. And they have, yeah. And there used to be like a paper shop, come newspaper shop, come toy shop. And they used to do a layaway service for toys. And that's probably the only reason why I used to get a toy. My mum had... layaway means you say you want something, but you haven't got the money for it. So you put like a deposit on it, and then you go in each week and you pay something on it until you've paid for it. And then they give it to you. But layaway with wool means, say you needed 20 balls for a sweater and you haven't got the money for 20 balls. You would buy whatever and they would put the 20 balls away for you. Then you would go in every week and buy 2 out of your layaway. And that way you can make a whole sweater. That's the way we used to do it. But with other things like, say, to kiddies' toys and scooters and things like that, yeah. You said you wanted a doll's pram or something for your daughter for Christmas. And then maybe it was £20 or something like that. And then you would maybe only have £2 to put down at the beginning. And they would keep it on one side for you. It was yours, reserved, provided you went in each week and paid some money off on it. I mean, towards the end of Christmas, they used to say anything not picked up or paid for in layaway will just go back for sale. So in other words, if you hadn't paid anything on it, they presumed you didn't want it, and they didn't want it after Christmas, so they used to sell it, yeah. Oh, there used to be a lot of trouble. Well, I paid £2 and you were going to save it for me. Well, you know, you're supposed to come in each week and pay £1 or something, yeah. Yeah, Christmas clubs were a bit like that, but with Christmas clubs, you just paid money in and then at the end you got the money back. But the thing with that was a lot of people used to run off with the money, if you remember. No, that's the thing. You just, unless you go in and tell them, then you wouldn't get your money back if you just left it there. Then you would just have forfeited your money, yeah. Yeah, you have to really trust somebody with a Christmas club, because it used to happen loads of times that people would be paying into these Christmas clubs where they worked and that, and then whoever it was in charge of all the money used to do a bunk with it or something, and you know, you'd saved up with it all. Yeah, if you don't, with your layaway things, if you don't pay for it, then you don't get it, yeah. And you lose the money, they won't give you your money back. Because in actual fact, they've been keeping it for you where they could have sold it about 3 times over. And then you suddenly don't want it anymore, then you don't get your money back now. Because that's not fair on the shopkeeper, because then you've left it too late for them to sell it on. Oh, Christmas hampers. There was a big scandal, wasn't there? Was it a few years back? Where people had paid for these Christmas hampers and the firm went bust, leaving everybody without the hampers for Christmas. That was terrible. Because a lot of people, that's the only way they used to save up for Christmas food. I've never done Christmas hampers because it's usually full. We did one time, I think. It's usually full of stuff I don't eat. You know, you get a big load of stuff. Christmas hampers are where you say at the beginning of the year in January which hamper you want, what it's got in it. And they'll say to you, if you have this one, it's got to be £50 or £100. So what you do is you pay so much in each week. And then when it's Christmas, they then deliver your hamper, your basket with what you ordered in it. But a few years ago, there was a hamper firm that went bust with all the money. And yeah, you can get them with the turkey in as well, but they deliver them usually separately, frozen. Yeah, hamper, yeah. The rich people used to have them with picnics in, you know. Yeah, exactly. You can get them from the milkman or whatever. It's a way that poorer people used to save up to get the Christmas goodies. You know, there'd be maybe biscuits and goody things that they wouldn't normally buy because, you know, they couldn't afford them, but you would put money away each week to get this Christmas hamper. You would choose which hamper you wanted. Some of them were just pretty basic hampers. And then you get some others that's got chocolate biscuits and chocolates in and something like that. And there was even ones that had, you know, booze in it, you know, wine and stuff like that. Yeah, Iceland used to do that. You used to buy stamps at Iceland, you know, put them on your card. I've got loads of money on my card at Iceland, but I just stopped going in. I don't know why. I just never seemed to have what I wanted. Well, I don't buy anything like turkeys and stuff because living on my own, I don't buy a turkey. Last year we went out for Christmas, which I didn't like at all. So they said they're going out this year. We went to an Italian restaurant for Christmas, and it was just to me. It wasn't Christmas to me. If I don't have my proper Christmas dinner, it's not a Christmas dinner. I would rather stay home and make my own. No, it's not. I don't get. I sometimes get those little bits of turkey, you know, in a foil, and you know the ones that do 2 or 3 meals if you cut it up. Yeah. I got a chicken one today. It was on reduction. It was a buttered chicken breast or something, or turkey. It might have been a turkey breast, but it was a little bit dry. So the dogs and I have eaten a lot of it. It was reduced, so it wasn't that much money. Yeah, we never used to buy turkey at Christmas when I was married because my mum used to get the turkey. So when we used to come home, like for Boxing Day and things, we used to always have something else like lamb or... Oh, who knows? Tomorrow's your birthday. Ooh, happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday to you. Oh, Fortnum and Mason's. Well, imagine what's in there. It's probably nothing that we would ever eat. It'd be too fancy, wouldn't it? Probably got caviar in it or something. I did once taste caviar. I went to this posh whatever, and they had caviar on a little cracker, and I thought, well, I'm going to taste it because I've never had caviar, but I wasn't impressed. Don't understand why everybody raves about it. I would definitely never pay for anything. I'm better with pate or something like that. I just didn't like the taste of it. I don't like champagne. I don't know why it's called Boxing Day. There's obviously some reason if we all look it up on Google. I don't know why it's called Boxing Day. But it's the day after Christmas. It's still a holiday to us in the UK. You have Christmas Day and you have Boxing Day. But I don't know why it's got the name Boxing Day. There's obviously something in the past. I've never fancied eating an oyster. I've only got to look at it and it looks like snot to me. Sorry if you're eating. So no. No, I tried caviar once, just one little mouthful on a little teeny weeny biscuit, and I didn't like it. I will eat smoked salmon, but I'm not a lover of it. I eat it as a starter if somebody's put it in front of me. You know, I won't be mean and rude and refuse to eat it or anything like that, but oh, I don't like oysters. I don't know what there is about them. They just don't appeal. I'd be the one who got the bad one, you know, the one that was open something and went all weird. No. The thought of just like opening them up and going, and I think, oh no, no. You can keep your oysters. Ah, I knew somebody would look it up. Boxing Day was for the gifts. Well, you see, not everybody exchanges gifts on Christmas Day. Some countries do it on Christmas Eve, don't they? They don't have Father Christmas. They have Saint Nick, don't they? That comes, that allegedly brings the toys. Yeah. Ah, yeah, that probably. I mean, you always gave everybody a Christmas box, which it wasn't actually a box. It was usually a gift of money, because people used to work for very, very small wages back in the day, and yeah, people used to always knock. I mean, people who used to like the postman and that, they used to knock on for their Christmas box. They didn't want a box; they wanted cash in the hand, you know. But they stopped them doing that now. Said it put pressure on people. Yeah, a bit like a Christmas bonus. Well, it does look like that. Does anybody here like okra or okra? I think that looks like snot as well. Yeah, some countries do open their presents on Christmas Eve. And I've heard of families who open one gift on Christmas Eve and the rest on Christmas Day. Oh, I've got a nut. Oh, I don't like okra at all. I'm sorry, but it's like snot to me. I don't know how they eat it. But I've only eaten it once and it was disgusting. It just went all slimy. Yeah, it just feels like snot, don't it? I just couldn't. No. Somebody made it for me and I'm thinking, ooh. Well, they have to go to church on Christmas Day, don't they? So I don't know about the babies. You wouldn't think the babies would open them on Christmas Eve, would you? Because they'd never get them to sleep, would they? You know, the kids would be so excited. No, I don't fancy okra at all. I don't like venison. It's too strong of a taste to me. Oh, well, you're not missing anything, crafty crafter. I can assure you. You're not missing a thing. Just chalk it up to something you should avoid. I've never eaten a catfish, so I wouldn't know. Arian, they had a phase once in Tesco's, I'm going back many years ago, where they had these kangaroo steaks and all kinds of different burgers. And Arian wanted to try them all, but oh, I won't say he was enamoured. No, I don't like venison. I'm just a plain eater, I think, really. I don't like pheasant and things like that. Yeah. Oh my goodness, rattlesnakes, no thank you. They eat a lot of snakes, don't they, in, is it China or Japan or somewhere? They eat a lot of snakes. What are you doing, Pop? Are you right, darling? You right, little girl? Hey, are you okay, sweetie? Hello, my darling. Hello. Well, the mailman gets a good wage, doesn't he? Come on, Popsy. Show everybody what you are. Don't look at me mess. Poppy, where are you? I can't show it. Oh, she's here. There's my lovely Poppy. Isn't she beautiful? She's a beautiful girl. Oh, no. I don't know whether I like catfish or not. I've never had any. Never had catfish. Oh, everything's falling off. Everything's falling down, you know. I just pulled the camera because the wire's very short and it just knocked everything else off my wonderful tidy desk. She's beautiful. She's such a lovely baby. Oh, she's lovely. She's absolutely a star, aren't you, darling? Yeah. She's so sweet. She's so lovely natured. She's half Rottweiler and half... Yeah, it's Poppy having a shake, yeah. I've never eaten grits. I don't know what grits are. I believe there's some kind of a cereal-y stuff, but... No, I've never eaten a catfish. I don't know. A Westie is a West Highland Terrier. This one here is part Rottweiler and part whatever. Who knows? She was bought not by my son. She was bought as Burmese, but she's not a Burmese. She's never even seen a Burmese. Yeah, West Highland Terrier is a Westie. Yeah, why do they call it Gatorade? What is that? Is it like a lemonade or something? Yeah, Westie is a West Highland Terrier, yeah. I don't even know what hominy is. You have so many strange things over there. Look at my hair. I washed it this morning. I don't know what is going on with it. It's going so greasy. Oh, chitterlings, yeah. I remember things like that from the Beverly Hillbillies. You know, when she used to say they don't know what I mean with grits and chitterlings, yeah. Oh, she's gone to sleep now. I'm afraid. I'm not dragging her up again. She's, yeah. I don't like Jack Russells because they're bark like crackers. Hominy is fat corn. Huh. Corn that's not on a diet? As in not slim corn? Yeah, my friend had a Jack Russell. She was a little yappy thing. Goodness gracious. You have some lovely fish over there. Most little dogs are. I mean, I have to tell Gigi off because he will run behind Poppy and try and bite her legs. That's what I was saying to him when he was going out the door. Don't bite Poppy because he will go and bite her. And then he gets surprised when she retaliates, you know. Uh-huh. But my friends, what's wrong with my hair? Why is it going so greasy? It shouldn't go greasy in one day. My niece says it's the colour, you know, because the colour's coming through. Oh, I had a Staffy boxer, a boxer Staffy. I think they call a bull boxer or something, don't they? Where's she gone? Oh, Popsy, you can't want to go out again. What do you want, darling? Can't go out again. Oh, he's a sad Gigi sometimes. A tan chihuahua and a Maltese. Yeah, Yorkies can be a little swine as well, can't they? I'm patting Poppy if you wonder what that noise is. What are you doing? What do you want, darling? Oh, you can't want to go out again. What do you want, baby? It's cold if I open the door. She likes the door open, unfortunately, and it's not that kind of weather. What do you want, darling? You want to go out? Come on. Poppy is an outdoors dog. She likes nothing better than to hang her nose out. It's she's outside now. Oh, look at me. I'm getting fed up with it. I think I'll have a #1 cut. Have it all razored off. Then I would look a bonny bee, wouldn't I? I'd look like one of these hard women out of Cell Block H. Well, I know what she's going out for. I've got a tarpaulin. It's my son's dog. Well, my son and daughter-in-law's dog. I've got a tarpaulin outside that gathers rainwater. And she has a thing, she likes to drink rainwater. And, oh, it's greasy, honestly. I washed it today. I even changed my shampoo to Head and Shoulders for greasy hair, because I couldn't find any shampoo that said greasy hair on it except Head and Shoulders. So short of... What are you doing, Pop? Oh, she's back outside again now. I tell you, that dog would stay outside all night if I let her. It's a bit chilly to keep having your door wide open. Kirk's Bar Soap? No, never heard of that one. No, all the shampoos in the supermarket are all lustrous, moisturising, whatever. You know, when you don't want to moisturise your hair because it's moisturised enough. Having my hair permed or having my hair bleached with the colour on it kept it. But because my hair was falling out at the roots, I decided to let my hair grow out. And so now it's gone back to being greasy again like it was when I was a teenager. You would think at 72 you'd grow out of the greasy hair stage, wouldn't you? Oh, we didn't have a golden retriever. There used to be a golden retriever where I used to live with my auntie. I've even tried fairy liquid in and it didn't. I was getting desperate the other day. Just looked like I'd had my head in a chip pan. I'm turning into an adolescent again at my time of life. All I need to get now is acne and we'll be all right. Oh, it's great, isn't it? I've always been quite lucky with my skin, really, apart from that thing there. It's a cyst. And nobody will take it off unless I pay a fortune to have it taken off because the NHS won't do it. Yeah, Ian's just a baby, isn't he? 40. God, at 40 I was deciding to get divorced. No, it just looks... I'll probably get rosacea or something, you know. Yeah, we don't have Dawn dish soap. We have fairy liquid. I've tried that. I've even got fairy liquid in the shower upstairs. Oh gosh, at 40 I was a sweet young thing. Didn't have any of these problems. I was in my prime. That's why I decided to get rid of the husband. I felt I'd outgrown him. Oh, for goodness sake, this thing keeps going off. I know people keep saying to me, leave your hair. The longer you leave it, the less it'll be greasy because eventually your hair will get used to it. And I'm thinking, no. I did that the other week. I left it for about 5 days and it just... I just wouldn't want anybody to have seen me. It was just awful. I felt like wearing a hat. Maybe I should crochet myself one of those open work hats, you know, like Abba used to wear. Wear that all the time. There's a big flower on it, you know. look a bit like some weird woman. No, it's not. You have to pet new yarn. You have to give it a pat. I've got some beautiful hand-dyed yarn that I know will never ever make itself into anything because I'm scared to death of ruining it by making something with it and not liking it. So that comes out for a pat every now and again. Yeah, well, my hair was dropping out, Ian. It's not a question of whether I wanted it to be darker. I didn't. I wanted to stay blonde, but when your hair's dropping out and snapping off, it's just, you know, not funny anymore, is it? You know what I mean? Yeah, you've got to pet it and stroke it. No, we don't have Dawn. I don't think so. No, I've never seen it. We have all millions of kinds of dish soap, but not Dawn. No, no, no. I've got certain skeins of yarn that I know will never. Yeah, I've got to sniff yarn. I always sniff yarn, and I'm not the only one. Sue sniffs yarn as well. Oh, I used to go out with a guy years ago that always smelt of Lifebuoy soap. And when he went to the cinema with him, you know, he used to be really strong, and everybody was looking around, you know. He was quite oblivious to it. He probably couldn't smell it. I need to get some white vinegar, though, because it doesn't smell vinegary like brown. Ooh. I used to have a load of it in at one time, but I don't know what happened to it all. I think I used it for cleaning, I think. It's very good for getting the grease off cupboards and that. White vinegar. Oh, my gran used to always have imperial leather. And in her 90s, she had the most beautiful skin. And that's all she ever used to use. Imperial leather soap and a drop of oil of, well, it used to be called oil of Ulay in those days. It's Olay now, isn't it? But a drop of oil of Ulay. She had beautiful skin when she was in her 90s. But she always used to leave the sticker on the soap here, and you know that little sticker in there. And even when it was a little piece, it still had this little lump with the sticker on it. I remember pulling it off one time and she went mad with me. I don't know why she wanted the sticker left on. You can still get Lifebuoy soap. I've never seen that for years. Such a strong smell, isn't it? Whoa. My mum used to buy coal tar soap. We used to buy it from one particular place on Oldham Market because my brother had really bad psoriasis. And it was the only thing he liked to use, coal tar shampoo. Coal tar soap, sorry. Do you remember Camay soap? I could never use that. It used to make my face so tight. I don't know. I've not seen Lifebuoy for years. It used to smell like mouthwash or something. I can't remember what. I know this guy was really, really handsome. He looked a bit like George Harrison from the Beatles, and I thought he was absolutely fantastic. He was called Melvin, of all names. And he used to smell this Lifebuoy. Ooh. I only went out with him twice. Never heard of black African soap. I used to go down to an African shop in Cheetham Hill because my friend's little boy was mixed race and he had really dry curly hair. So I used to go down and get him, you know, the special soap for black hair. Because ordinary shampoo didn't work on him. His hair was all like wire. Oh, carbolic, yeah. It was green, wasn't it? It was, ooh. They used to slice it off a big block, didn't they? Carbolic soap was good for doing your laundry, though. It wasn't very good if you swore and your mother washed your tongue with it. I can remember having that done to me once. I'll tell you what, I never swore again. Oh, dear. Oh, I wouldn't want any came. Oh, do you remember those awful toilet blocks that they were like a little ring, weren't they? And they used to have them in the toilets. Oh, in a little plastic holder. My friend had a, it was an outside toilet, but it wasn't really outside. It was just like next to the back door. And if you visited, you always had to use that one and not go upstairs to the bathroom. And that used to have these, they were like a cross between mothballs and something else. And they were like a big circle, like a big polo mint. And she used to have a plastic holder like tacked to the wall. Ooh. Tell you what, I used to stink the place out. I suppose it would have got rid of any other smells, if you know what I mean. Oh, Patricio. Is that right? Yeah. From Italy. It's a crocheting and crafting channel if you're interested. That's what it's all about in here. If you don't understand English, you're probably going to struggle a bit more. Yes, it is the Bewitching Hour. Yes, it is. It's midnight, actually. Yes, you're right. So soon. Time flies by when you're having a good time. Oh, look at that. I'm going to have to join a new ball of yarn on. Just because I was playing yarn chicken and it's not working. I've got that bit to do. So I'm going to have to join a new ball of yarn on for 4 UK trebles. How annoying. It's already got one knot in it, this square, because I had a knot in the yarn. So I had to cut the knot out and patch it and piece it. So I have to get another ball of wool. I want to pops it. Oh, it's got a free pattern in here as well. I never even knew that. Soft Baby Steps pattern pack, it says. It's got a little baby's hoodie. A little baby's hoodie, knitted though. I never even knew that. Oh. Helicopters out overhead. Somebody's been a naughty boy. Oh, you're dressing the table up fancy. Have you got a date? Oh, the kids are going to mess it up. Why bother? Why bother? Just slap a plastic tablecloth on it and let them throw the food round. Happy Sunday. Yes, it's Sunday. Sunday dinner tomorrow. I don't really do big Sunday dinners anymore. We're being on my own, yeah. Oh, I'm only making a granny square pram blanket. Oh, look, yarn vomit. Yarn vomit. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it when it all comes out in a lump? But I can't knit from the crochet from the outside of a ball. It just gets on my nerves when I'm going to go every 5 minutes. I have to knit from the middle. Crochet from the middle. Why do I keep saying knit? Got knitted on the brain tonight. It's probably because I've just been looking at a knitting pattern. Oh, you must be an idiot putting a lace tablecloth on. You need a see-through plastic one that goes over the top so that you can see the nice plastic. Oh, hello. I can't say your name. It's white, and I bet you're going to give the kids juice, aren't you? You're a glutton for punishment, girl. My son used to like Vimto, which is like a red-coloured cordial, and that used to go over everywhere. And you can't, an orange, well, it's not as bad now, orange cordial. When my son was little, it still had all the additives on that they won't let them have it now. And if he spilt it on his white T-shirt, it was there forever. You might as well just throw the T-shirt away. Right, I've joined a fresh ball of yarn on and done 3 treble, and now I've got to cast it off now. I don't know, Kool-Aid I always think of it as being like a powder. This is like a cordial, you know, that you dilute with water. I don't know what you call it in the US, whether you call it cordial. It's not soda, it's not sparkly or anything, it's just like a thick juice stuff that you dilute it with water. Yeah, the shell blanket. Yeah, it's like Ribena, yeah. I'm still looking for them. I've got motifs in the garage or somewhere. Motifs, you know, like I've got a dolphin and something. And can I find them? Yeah, like a concentrate, yeah. And I want to sew just a little motif on the little thing before, because I was going to give the little teeny weeny cardigans just in case the baby is small for a couple of weeks. If not, we'll have to go to a teeny weeny baby. I'm sure there's premature babies that would... Yeah, I've finished the little baby sweaters there. Oh, the helicopter's coming back again. How nice. They're wet through actually at the minute, but... Oh! You all right, darling? Yeah, I know there's nobody out there. No, I'm not going to anybody out there. I'm just going to get something from the unit. Now, these are my little wet through cardigans, the ones that I think are going to be too small. That's the little blue one. It's wet at the moment because it's cotton. And that's the little white one, which is even tinier. So I'm not sure whether they're going to actually be big enough. I've got a feeling that they're going to be too small. But if I give them a tomorrow, because the baby's overdue, so he could be born any day now, couldn't he? Murders in big open spaces. There were a lot of murders back in the 60s, was it? In the moors, but it's not really water. The Moors murderer, you may have heard of Ian Brady and Myra Hindley. They were notorious killers of children and young adults and that. Oh, There's Poppy. And Gigi joining in. Yeah, I make crafts. That's what I've done. I've just been making these for my great-grandson-to-be. Been making him 2 little cardigans. Woo! That's what I do. Off they go. Barking at nothing. And that's the bigger one I made. I finished that one off. That's the knitted one. It's got a hood. This one will definitely be big enough for him. But I hate knitting. It takes me so long. It took me practically 2 weeks to make this little cardigan. So I won't be knitting a lot much more. I mean, I do prefer knitting actually for little ones, but I made a little crochet hat with what was left over. Right, kids, are you coming in? You're coming in now. Where's Popsy? She's still out there. Poppy's still out there. Right, come on, are you going to make your debut? You're going to come and say hello? No, he's gone in the other room. I thought you were going to see Gigi, but you're not. Yeah, I've been making squares while I've been talking to you, so I've got like 4 squares made so far. So, oh gosh, they're both in now. I'll try closing the door again before Poppy wants to go outside again because it's getting a bit cold. It's in, out, she's in, she's out. I've been reading Crochet Murders, as you know, the little thrillers by Betty Heschner. And I've now bought some more that are knitted ones. I can't remember who she's called now. She does. She's done a whole sort of series of knitted mysteries. Just trying to think what she's called now. I'll tell you in a minute. Right. What, chicken? What do you want? What? Oh, stop nudging. You're all drippy wet. She is called Maggie Sefton. And she does a whole range of like knitting mystery novels. So I've started collecting hers now because I like to read them all in the right order, if you know what I mean. I know it sounds a bit daft, but if I'm going to read somebody who's got like a series of books, I don't like to start reading them until I've got them all in the right order. I'm OCD like that. Gigi wouldn't let me pick him up. He's gone back in the other room. He's had his little bark about and now he's decided to go back in the other room. Right, I need to crochet this up now before I go because I've now got yarn vomit all over the floor. Yeah, yeah, I've got all the ones from that Betty Heschner. I've read about 2/3 of those now, but now I'm collecting the knitting ones. A troll? Where's a troll? I don't know where there's a troll. Yeah, there's no point in reading them all out of order because you know, especially if they're a murder mystery, you read them out of order, and one person that was there, you know, they were murdered in the one before, you know, and you're thinking, this is not right. I have Instagram technically, but I don't use it because it doesn't work on my tablet. So I very rarely use it. Jean, what's he called? Joe. How do you pronounce your name? Joe? Joe? I know how to do Paolo, but I don't know the first one. I can't get my Instagram to work. People keep saying I should have Instagram, you know, for my business and stuff like that, but I'm missing out because I don't have Instagram and post things on it, but I just can't get it to... You're from Brazil. I'm just trying to think. It can't be Joe, can it? Because it's got an A with a little circumflex over it and an A. Don't know how you pronounce it, sorry. I hate mispronouncing people's names because it sounds so rude, doesn't it? But sometimes I'm stumped. I don't know how to pronounce it at all. A giraffe baby blanket. Sounds very adventurous. My brain is only limiting me to... Oh, gel, is it? A troll called Sexy Granny. I don't know where you're getting that from. I can't see it. Right. Hi, Lewis. Well, I didn't see the one that says Sexy Granny, so I didn't see it, so I missed it. Maybe it was when I was hopping off to go and let the dog in and out. Hi, Lewis. I hope you're not going to just go around going hi, hi for hours on end. I've got an itchy nose. Does that mean I'm going to get annoyed, or does it just mean I've got fluff up my nose? For a baby giraffe. That would be a lot of wool if it was a... Well, maybe I should do that, Root Man, but I'm a bit thick when it comes to anything to do with the technology. I think it's not linking up to my big PC. I think that's what the problem is. When my friend comes next time, I'll try and get her to link it together. Because it just keeps showing me the same old things from Instagram. It's not like... Oh, hi, Lewis's mum. Welcome to our little club. So I think that's what my problem is. I'm just thick. I need a permanent technological person sitting by my side at all times that says to me, you're doing this wrong. You need to do this. When my son comes along, instead of telling me what I'm doing wrong or telling me what to do, he just takes over and goes zip, 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 zip. Oh, you call me a sexy granny? I'm a great granny. Lewis, it depends on what you've got on your channel. I only subscribe to people who have things on that I want to watch, yeah? Does that explain to you? Otherwise, I'd find myself subscribed to all sorts of strange things. Like Minesweeper or something like that. I will certainly have a look at your channel, Lewis, if that makes you happy. Oh. Yeah, well, he has made you new desk and shelves. Even if it is your day off. Ah, baby hooded giraffe. So you're not making one for that giraffe that was born the other month or two back? I don't know how people who do these corner to corner and put these amazing things on them. I would not be able to have the patience or the power or whatever to do these. You know, where they make them and they've got animals on them and that, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness me. Lewis, I told you I'll have a look at what you've got on your YouTube, and if it's anything that I want to watch, then I will sub to you. But if it's anything I don't want to, then I won't. Sorry and all that. I don't just sub to people for the sake of it, otherwise I get some very weird things in my inbox. Yeah, I've got a few leisure arts. I've had a booty pattern from Leisure Arts for years, but it's in such fine cotton. So what? Who knows? What are we supposed to be looking for? What's my favourite movie? Oh, I really don't have one. Probably a very old one, like Steel Magnolias or something like that. Hello, Lark. Hello, Nancy. Oh, you're going now, Lewis. Okay, Lewis. Enjoy your evening. I don't even see this Stanislaw. I don't know who he is. It's not appearing for me. He's in the mists of time. I haven't seen any messages from him. Well, I'm not really Stanislaw. So if you think I'm a sexy granny, you're sadly mistaken. I am anything but. Oh, honestly. Oh, dearie me. Oh, Young from Steel Magnolias, yeah. I love Weezer from Steel Magnolias. She was fabulous. Shirley MacLaine, wasn't it? I think, yeah. This darn thing keeps going off. I can't do that. I can't look up things while I'm on here because otherwise it cuts me off. So, oh, I wouldn't have even thought about cleaning the porch if it was 100 degrees. I would have just given this good thought of looking at and said, not today, thank you. Oh, thank you. Nice to think I'm somebody's favourite. Oh, Nancy, I don't know how you managed to do it at 100 degrees. I wouldn't even clean the porch if it was 55 degrees. My porch has kind of got a few dead body flies in it. Need sorting out. Oh, thank you, Camille. Or Camilla, sorry. Changing your name. You've got to go out and grill the dinner. Well, that's outside. Is it barbecuing? I can't see Stanislaw. I don't know where she's getting him from. You must be the only person who can see him. You're the lucky one, if you can see him, because I can't. I hope these little cardigans dry before my daughter-in-law comes tomorrow. Then I can give them to the baby. Oh, okay, crafty crafter. I must have blocked him if you're seeing him and I'm not. Yeah, you could put your put a cake out there, couldn't you? Really, if it's 100 degrees, and you won't have to turn your oven on. An elimination diet. Sue, I haven't heard from her since the beginning of this week. I presume she's all right. But it's a bank holiday over here. In other words, it's like a holiday, national holiday kind of thing. So I would imagine that she's probably in Scotland or somewhere. She normally sends me a message back. I just said to her, "Are you away for the weekend?" And she's not sent me a message back. So no doubt, every time there's a free day, Sue is in her little car and she's off to Scotland. Oh, I see you doing an elimination diet. I'm with you now. Oh, that would be a nightmare. You want to meet me? Oh, goodness. No, you wouldn't, love. Trust me. Fancy wanted to meet me. Poor guy must be desperate. Yeah, I think that's probably a better idea, Blossom. Eliminate the doctors. Every time I see my doctor, he gives me another prescription for something else. If I have any more, I'm going to rattle. I had to go and get my sort out for my blue badge for the parking, for the disabled parking. Yeah, I've seen they've got a message. I'll check it later, Enid. So, what was I saying? Something about going for my disabled badge. I forgot what I was saying now. So I should get that in about 10 days' time. So I can park a bit closer to, well, not me park, because yeah, you couldn't you? Just put your frying pan on the outside, and because I wouldn't want to eat my egg off the side. What? You never know who's what past you. Oh, hi, Scott. Yeah, but you wouldn't want to eat it off the sidewall, would you? Who knows? I think you want to put it in the pan before you put it on the sidewall, wouldn't you? Oh, I finally used up my yarn bath. I keep forgetting to take a photograph of my neighbour's garden. It's going to be gone soon because it's like flowers and it's kind of wildflowers, you know, that affect, you know, get the butterflies and things, you know. So I would like to have that kind of a garden. Oh, can't stop me on if you like. You know, the ones that attract all the wild, well, not the wildlife, but you know what I mean. Oh, salad cream. No, Scott. I like salad cream or mayonnaise on a hard-boiled egg, but not on a fried egg. Salad cream is a little bit like mayonnaise, but it's a bit tangier. I don't know what's in it that's different than mayonnaise, but mayonnaise is very bland, whereas salad cream's got a bit of whatever. No, it's not like Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip's more like for desserts, isn't it? Mayonnaise is, salad cream is what you would put on your lettuce and things like that. I'm not sure why it's different than mayonnaise, but it's much more tangier. I don't know what Miracle Whip is. Miracle Whip always sounds to me like it should be something you put on a bun. No, it's not tartar sauce. It's perhaps only we have it over here. Oh, right. I always thought Miracle Whip was like something like you use like fake cream or something. You know, Miracle Whip. I don't know why. Maybe because we used to have Instant Whip over here and that was a dessert. This Instant Whip stuff was something disgusting. That you used to put it into milk and whip it up and it's whatever it is, it's disgusting. It's like an instant pudding. I haven't eaten Singuella. Sidiguella. No, I'm not eating that. Miracle Whips for sandwiches. You see, that's something I wouldn't have thought of. We don't have it over here. It's a powder whip with milk. Yeah, well, that sounds a bit like the instant whip is over here. Like a powder that you whip it in and it looks like disgusting blancmange. It's absolutely horrible. It tastes so fake and powdery. There's nothing better than the real stuff, like real mayonnaise or real whatever. I don't like all these fake things, like the instant whip we have over here and stuff. They're all fake and chemical to me, and they all taste that. Oh, you want the chippy now? It's a bit late, isn't it, for a chippy? unless you get the Chinese one that stays open. Our normal fish and chip shops close down about 11 o'clock. What is my dream? My dream is to win the lottery. Win the lottery and go on a cruise around the world. That's my dream. Oh, it's making you hungry. It's not doing anything to me. I must put the chicken in the fridge. Otherwise, my little Poppy might misbehave herself, and she's tall enough to reach on top of the unit, top of the counter. Yeah, they do round here as well, so you're a bit late for that, love. You'll have to either find McDonald's open or something, or make some chips. But nobody has a chip pan these days. Oh, I do play. I just play once a week. I play. I never win it. Well, I say I never win anything. I win free turns or whatever it is. You could eat bacon sandwich, yeah. Why is it you always want something like bacon or chips or something late at night? What's my food favourite? Oh, I don't really have a favourite meal really as such. I used to always say steak and chips, but I've kind of gone off steak a bit. I don't really know. Definitely not pasta or pizza or anything like that. I don't know what you would call my food favourite. Difficult to say. Difficult to say. Probably fish and chips. I wouldn't sleep on a full stomach, but I do like a little cracker or something. Not a biscuit as such, because I don't like sweeter things. But I do like maybe like a little cracker with a bit of butter on it. Or a little bit of spready cheese. Something like that. Just a little light something, but not a full. Right, Ian, I hope Sue will come this week and then I can finally open that parcel. Yeah, I've always got water next to my bed, yeah. My old cat used to drink it, yeah. You eat with a full stomach? Do you mean you sleep with a full stomach, Scott? I don't mind digestive biscuits, because they're not too sweet, are they? But, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm going to go in a minute because it's 1:45. And I've got doggies to wake me up early tomorrow because they want the garden. And you can't, you will stay so this. I wish I understood you. See you later, Scott. Thanks for calling in on us. I'll see you later, Ian. Nice to have your company as usual. Yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed your evening. It's time for me to I've got a fly in my hair then. I only saw it on the camera. Oh, had a fruit from Brazil. No, I don't think I have, no. No, I didn't understand him. No, I've not had anything from Brazil. Not even Brazil nuts, because I don't like them. Saudi signification is missing. Anybody understand what he says to me? Oh, you mean me talons? Look at them. Shoosh. But those two are growing now. They broke off. Those are not too bad. They're just sort of about halfway. But my nail polish is just chipping off. I got some gel. It won't stay on. Melancholy. Oh. Don't know what he means. Right, good night, Michelle, Blossom, Anna, Lydia, whoever, Craft Angel, Jean, whoever else is still left on here, Patricia, and I can't pronounce this other guy's name, Polo, whoever else I've missed. Good night, and I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. I know I have, and I'm going to go and see to these little doggies before I go to bed, and then I will see you all next week. So, bye for now. Oh, he means he'll miss me. That's very nice of him. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Jean. Bye, Rootman. Bye now.